for 3 years straight. Yo, remember that bullshit you purchased? I'm like,
Yo, we were the 2K guys too. Man, we ain't playing
oh,
Madden. I'm getting 2K, but that shit was legit.
yeah,
2005.
yo, but yeah, it was
was
legit when they
$20.
dropped it. When they dropped it to 1999, it went for the
Yes.
juggler.
When that
Yeah,
shit
but
launched
that's
at
when
$19. Oh nah.
but that's when we found out how corporate shit get. When EA was just like, nah, we just gonna buy the rights. Y'all can't play it, and y'all got to play shit with no real players. And we had to play with the generic teams. We was like, nah, we good on that bullshit.
Nah, we good with you won. You won. That's what EA knew they were in trouble. They're like, wait, we can't let these $20 2Ks keep walking around.
And that's we gotta get into that because we gotta tell them we gotta get into that because when we gotta get into that because that I think Xbox took a page out that book. Like, nah, we got to stop this. These dudes is doing too much bullshit. It's too much bullshit going on out here. So. We got to talk about that.
Yeah, bro, only for them to give it to us anyway. Like, wait,
yeah, facts.
What the fuck is we doing here?
Facts. What the fuck is we doing? You know what?
It's like you married a chick, right? Let's save it. Yo, you know what I'm about to say? She got a ring.
Let's save it. Let's save it. That's good shit. That's good shit. It's good shit. It's good shit.
All right, my brother. Hey, welcome, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers. You already friend these YouTube streets, Puertorock77. Oh yeah, let's do our thing. Let's show. Here we go. Hold on, I gotta do that too. Oh my bad. Here we go. Boom. Look at that background of yours, though, man. You came a long way. But anyway, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers. You only friend these YouTube streets, Puertorock77. Welcome to my Friday live. Usually with a guest, and today we got biblical. We went biblical today. All right. If you don't know, you need to read your scripture. I know. But do you know? You need to read your scripture. All right? We got King David here. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, my brother? How is everything?
Well, you know what we do. Like when I was doing my Friday show, you came over to support me.
Absolutely.
And I told you I was definitely I was supposed to be here last week, guys, but I had some stuff that came up. So I said I'd definitely be here this week. And what I noticed, I told Xbox dudes to show up to my Friday show. You notice only PlayStation 2 showed up.
Oh, we about that. We don't back down.
Hey, yo,
listen, we're your biggest fans. Wait, listen, when you go no PS6, we be like, all right.
Strap up.
Like, we wooing. We ready for war.
But see, when I be like hashtag no PlayStation 6, you know what it is?
Where you at? They be like, nah.
Yo, and you know what's funny? That's true. That's true. Because I had a couple of Xbox dudes like, but King, you do know that it's in development. I said, bro, I've been around long enough to know research and develop doesn't mean shipped. And I said, it's a reason why I say this. It's not. I'm not blowing smoke out my ass and telling them it ain't gonna be a PlayStation. You know why I believe it? And let me tell you why. I watched the stream yesterday, right? And your stream yesterday, you went in on the Steam Deck. I don't know if it was the video. Yes, whatever was the recent video, right? Yeah, and I think that was it, right? So you went in on the Steam Deck, and you were right in a lot of areas of it. The Steam Deck is niche, right? It's an extension of your PC library. If you so choose to, play your games in 720p or 1080p, on the go, and you can do it big screen mode and plug it up to your TV, because I do that on my Steam Deck. I have a ROG and a Steam Deck. That, for price-wise, they're not optimal, right? If you're taking a console and you say, if you take a console of equal value, right now you can get a PlayStation 5 for $300 and some change. You can get a Series S for $300, $200 and some change. The value's not there, right? But you're using it to move on the go. That is a niche product. I don't think it's priced properly. I don't think it's in the proper stores in order to reach the audience. Now, and then you said what it reached was, if it's niche, is amicable. If it's not, it's abysmal.
Yes.
And in that sense, that makes sense.
Exactly.
Because it's just fact.
It depends how you
right?
look at it.
But if it was sold inside Best Buy and stuff like that, and if it was made available, because a lot of people had to wait 6 months to get a Steam Deck. Sometimes when you click on something, we're in the now age. You click on it, you want it overnight, if not the same day from Amazon. That's how the hell we move. When I purchased my PlayStation 5 Pro, when I purchased my Series X, same day, if not the day before, I get it. Shipped straight from them, priority mail, signature from the manufacturer. They don't have that pipeline. So I don't expect that from them. But I don't think they was trying to reach that audience at all. But Xbox and PlayStation have those pipelines. Right? So now, hear me out. And let me know if this makes sense. You come from a long situation of video games. You've seen all of this. And you know these companies. PlayStation did not want to put that PlayStation 5 Pro at no 7 and some change. They didn't, but they couldn't subsidize that shit anymore. But with Hiroki there, nope, we're not fitting the bill on nothing. This is, y'all gonna pay. If y'all want it, y'all gonna pay. All right, cool.
I agree with you.
If they can get a handheld out, out the door, and hear me out, they get a handheld out, because I see them testing this Portal thing, and with the no PlayStation, you could play it streaming. I don't care for that. I don't care for streaming. I want local. I want to be able to download the game to the device and play the game. That's what I wanted. That's why I lost the bet with Tom Henderson, or was it Tom Warren? One of the two. I think it was Henderson. Times. Because one of them times. I thought that it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna give me the device I wanted. And the fact that it's a streaming device, I don't want that. I would have brought that G Cloud. I don't want that shit. I want it local. I don't want to worry about if it's going to be degradation, lag, or whatever. Exactly.
That native play.
So when I hear that they're making a handheld, I hear Xbox is making a handheld. I believe that the handhelds is going to come before the consoles. In Microsoft case, you might get it at the same time because they're doing something different with the OS. All right, cool. But PlayStation, I believe that they can get a handheld out the door in the form factor that they're looking for, with enough hard drive space, SSD, in the device for the cheaper price, for a price of $400. This is why I don't think the Switch 2 is going to be as successful as everybody keep betting on, right? They think it's going to run it up like the Switch 1. I don't think so. The variables in the marketplace right now dictate handhelds is where everybody's eyes is. Nintendo already made everybody aware that there's money to be made there. But if you release a PlayStation handheld that is dockable to your television, that has the same power of a PlayStation 5, because I don't think we got everything out of this generation. I don't care what it is. I think this generation is cut short. I think we are being half-assed, and I think we're not getting what we're supposed to get from either console. I think if you put it out for $400 and that thing sells 15 to 20 million in a couple of months, I think it undercuts the thought process with the PlayStation 6, push the PlayStation 6 out a little bit further to 2030 like they originally planned. And I think we don't know where we at that time that the handheld becomes a de facto and that doesn't come out. So I'm not saying it out of malice when I say that. I believe that the next consoles for both of them is the last consoles. I think we'll be so far along technologically that either it's going to be a handheld, it's going to be something other than what we're traditionally used to. But I think, and I know for a fact, that had they made the Vita 2, the Switch would have been in stiff competition. But what Shohei said was they had to split resources. They were never going to go do that again. And I think now with the digital library that they do have, they can download it. They don't have to split no resources. If the SoC is the same SoC as the PlayStation and you're able to download the same games, you don't got to make anything different. Native, I think is a win. With the PISA shows you, I call it the PISA, the PSSR.
Hey, I framework that name. I was the first.
Okay, cool.
I was the first.
Yeah, good.
That's just
the PISA, good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all right, cool.
Kelly up in here. I pee on you and all that shit.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. We go back there.
We got Kelly and Diddy all up in here.
Hey, yo, with the baby oil. All right, so now you understand what I'm talking about,
I get
because
what you're saying.
what
I
they
can
did,
see that view.
yeah, with that technology in that box, right? See, because dudes think the pistol raised the price on the PlayStation 5 Pro. No, that wasn't it. Yeah, they did some extra stuff. It was a memory that they put in that raised the price of the box, but it was them not willing to subsidize the box anymore.
That's what it was. Yeah.
That's why the price what it is, right? And you had to. I think Microsoft did something dirty early on, right before launch. They put that 2 terabyte SSD Galaxy Series X out at $600. You can't have a premium device come out that you feel that is more powerful at the same price point as something that you feel is inferior. So automatically you have to say, no, it's $700. So when I told dudes it's going to be $700 and dudes were like, nah, it's not going to be $700, I said, I understand why it will be. Because through the customer's lens, if both of them is in the store for the same price, you're going to view it as equal. If PlayStation's trying to say that is an elite, you can't have it at the same price. That's the reason why it's a price differential.
You also have to drop the price of the PS5. Like everything will have to go
exactly.
down. Yeah.
And they not right now in this economy.
They can't.
It's different. Yeah.
People, yeah.
So that's the reason why I say hashtag no PlayStation 6.
Yeah, I could see that. And I think with the handheld, I don't know. We have to understand what market they're trying to do, right? So I say the thing is, like, PC handhelds. I've been talking about PC. This wasn't the first time I talked about PC handhelds before. This is the only first time I had actual information to talk about it, which is why I made the video.
Right.
Everything previously was just assessments.
We didn't know.
I didn't know.
Right.
But I always said this. Nintendo's the anomaly when it comes to handheld. They always dominated handhelds with the Game Boys, Game Boy Advance, DS, 3DS, right?
And I think that's the only reason why the Switch was so successful.
All they did was, you know what? We're going to stick with the best part of our business, which wasn't the console. It was the handheld. And we're going to make it to where, you know, it's a little bit better than the average handheld so you can enjoy our first-party games, and it worked. Because
it used to be the console.
Yeah, it used to be, but that was so long ago.
It used to be. Yeah, exactly.
People don't remember, we buy Nintendo for first party. I'm like, oh, y'all forgot that was a console for Final Fantasy. That was the console for Castlevania. That was the console for Double Dragon. They don't remember these games. Mega Man. The most iconic characters that we know was Nintendo. Mega Man. Yeah. Castlevania. Double Dragon.
Third-party title.
Final Fantasy. That was third-party titles. All of them. And there was more. That was all Nintendo. All of that was Nintendo. But, so that was the place. Nintendo was pretty much the PlayStation of its time.
We lived through the crash. We lived through the crash to understand when Nintendo came out and they kind of was going up against Sega. They was probably the big boys on the block, but they was doing some underhanded shicey shit too. The same thing that PlayStation does. That listen, our cartridges, remember, they was bundling up and selling dudes the all right, so it's like for all you drug dealers out there, right?
Yo, Atari, boy, if they were on the block, they would get. You know what that is?
Exactly.
Sell a cartridge, you put it in, nothing's in there. It was blank.
Oh boy.
Yo, Atari, there were publishers selling Atari games with no games in the cartridge. There was no game.
Yo, so this is how gangsta Nintendo was. If you wanted to have a game on their console, you had to buy the cartridges. Nintendo manufactured the cartridges. You had to buy the cartridges from Nintendo. You had to figure out how much it was going, how many you thought you was going to sell. Buy it from Nintendo. And then Nintendo give you the official license. That's why I want to say official license of Nintendo. Nintendo was a hustler.
Because there was only one way to get the cartridge. So when you saw it, it worked though. It needed it. In my opinion, it was a symptom of the time. It was the only way
they consolidated.
Because and then also
Atari was the Wild Wild West. Coleco and Atari was the Wild Wild West.
Like anybody could do whatever. Yo, people buying games and there was nothing there. People just thought it was broken, and like, all right, I bought a broken shit. No, you never got sold the game.
Yo, I would take my game back to Crazy Sound on 3rd Avenue. And what was it? Crazy? Yeah, it was Crazy Sound and Crazy Eddie. We had Crazy Eddie and Crazy Sound.
I remember Crazy Eddie.
Yeah, crazy. He's insane. Yeah.
People think that's a. I remember there was a movie that my daughter was watching it, and she's like, "Oh, that's weird." I'm like, "Yo, that was a real commercial." She's like, "What?"
It's
I'm
real.
Like, this was before your time, and I show her like on YouTube the real commercial. Yeah. She like, man, y'all people.
He's the original scammer.
He was the original.
He was the original scammer. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, Crazy Eddie was the original scammer.
We needed PC Richards.
Yeah,
to save us. You remember that?
No, it wasn't even PC Richards. It was the Wiz.
The Wiz. Oh yeah, nobody beats the Wiz.
Yes, it was the Wiz. That was my first electronics job. I worked at the Wiz.
Yo, the 80s was wild, man. There was no regulation. People were just doing the
none. Shit. Wild West, boy.
Yo.
That's when we were different as gamers.
Yeah.
As gamers, we were better. You know, as gamers, we were more together. Like we'd come into the arcade. You never know if you're gonna meet your new best friend there. You put your quarter up, and your skills paid the bills, bro. Your skills. You better have a pocket full of quarters, or you better have that one quarter that you show on.
Yeah. If you give me one quarter, better make it last. You better have them skills.
That's it. Or you're gonna be standing there watching, trying to figure out strategy.
You know, you're just gonna pass the time watching everybody else play because you know you only got that one quarter. You know?
That's right.
But then you always had that one dude that walked in with one quarter. And then they put it on top with confidence.
Nice.
Click.
Yeah, he was nice.
Now you know he ain't planning to leave anytime soon.
Yo, I seen a dude get stabbed on we was playing Street Fighter. You know the joint with Guile when he throws a sonic boom and you duck to block and he grab you and he cheese you and he toss you?
Oh, the cheese. We used to call that cheese.
Yeah.
Or with
the
Ken,
cheese.
You do the short kick to force him to block, and then you just grab up and slam him.
And grab him and flip him.
Yo, so the dude get punched.
I seen him get stabbed. So listen, I'm standing there, and the dude goes, "Don't stop cheesing me, bro. Stop cheesing me, bro." And I never forget it. He grabbed him and said, "Ooh," as he threw him, and so the guy turned around, pokey poke, and ran. Ooh. The dude dropped on the floor. It was a pool of blood, and the dude had to call the store owner had to call the ambulance. But that was when I realized, oh, this is serious.
Yo, I seen a dude get knocked, right? So playing whatever, he's like, dude, you're cheesing. And just like you said, when you lose and it goes, whoa, it slows down, he just turned around, whapped him, boy. Wow. Blah! And that shit looks slow-mo. Like, I'm there, all I saw was the fist, boom! And that dude was like, dropped. And he said, I told this bitch to not cheese me. And he walked out the pizza shop.
Stop cheesing him. And left. Yo, that's when pizza was $1 with a drink for $1.50. Oh, yes. That's back in the day. Yeah, I went to the pizza shop. Pizza's $7, bro.
$2, you had an experience of a lifetime every time. With $2, you got $1 for the pizza drink, and you got 4 quarters. You're good. Life
there
was
you go.
Good, man.
It's on.
Life was affordable.
It's on. Not now.
Oh man,
not now,
those
son.
days, man. Those days,
not now,
fighters,
son.
Oh my God, there used to be some fights, some shit talking in arcades, boy.
Hell yeah.
Now, talk because you're face to face with the dude. Oh man.
But see, that's when you knew. That's when you knew boundaries, though. Yes. That's when you knew boundaries. Now with these online dudes, they don't understand. Like I remember a time. Me and you early on started off, and it was some Spanish dude. You remember that dude? Oh, he's a PlayStation dude, and he had said something slick. I said, "Where you at? Where you at? Meet me at such and such."
Oh,
you was like, "Yo, don't." You remember that? You remember that? Yeah, you told the dude.
We just gonna have a conversation. I'm like, David, don't be doing that shit, man. The dude changes my real quick.
I said, I'm not gonna have a conversation.
Like, hey,
I was gonna get a hold of him. Don't cheese me, bro.
Coffee's on me.
Yeah, coffee and a donut. And a cocotazo.
Oh man, those was crazy times. But back to anyway. So like we know Nintendo. To me, Nintendo's the anomaly. They don't. Yeah. It just is. They're Nintendo. Nintendo could sue your mother they'll be like, yeah, you know, she should have never called the PlayStation Nintendo. Like, all right.
I don't understand how they get away with a lot of stuff that they get away with.
So
like, you know that Wii U is still the same price it is right now. I got a Wii U in there that's worth $400. Why?
That shit
Why?
Nothing drops in price. Man.
Nothing.
The games don't drop in
Nothing.
price. They don't worry about frame rates. They don't worry about high definition graphics. God help us if we ever want to hear Zelda and Link talk and actually have a conversation for the first time. That ain't happening. They're mute. Like nothing. No, not even achievements. Nothing. Like you get, you know, like you get nothing. You get nothing out of these cats.
They offline. You don't even get a chance to talk to nobody. They told you if you wanted to talk to somebody, you needed to give your social security number and get a cell phone. It's a cell phone app.
I remember that. Remember they did that. Oh, in order to chat online, break out your phone. Don't worry, you carry your phone around anyway. Like, bro. Like,
said what? Like, and they didn't care. They didn't care.
You can't make this up, man. Like they literally
Let
said,
Xbox say that.
Carry your phone anyway. That's what they said. You carry your phone
That's right.
anyway.
You got it with you. It's right with you. What?
Yo, these dudes sold cardboard.
Nah, that cardboard worked though. I ain't even gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. Yo,
Puertorock. Listen, when I saw the VR cardboard, I'm like, I'm done. I'm out. Yo,
okay,
I quit.
So no,
I'm not even.
Yo, listen, I ain't trying to VR cardboard. But yo, listen. We was at Play NYC. We was doing videos at Play NYC. So that's the New York City show that's in New York for video games. It's indie games and stuff like that. They got card games and everything. But they had Labo there. I went over, I said, yo, Cog, record me. I learned how to play the piano on a cardboard piano. I brought one. That day, I said, okay. It taught me. And I didn't know where the music was coming out from. But it was working. I'm not going to hold you. Now, God forbid your Labo got wet. You know how cardboard get. I think it's over, son.
My man said, God forbid that shit get wet.
God forbid it get wet. It's a wrap.
So you are yo, King, you telling me you are out here with this thing right here?
Yes, sir.
This is what we're doing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm watching the stream. Yes, sir. That was me right there. On God. Yo, Puertorock, I'm not gonna hold you, yo.
I'm done. This is why I said I'm not. This topic.
There's a video up right now of me playing it. There's a video up right now.
Oh,
There's a video up of me playing it right now.
Oh shit. Yo, I'm done. I said I'm out this topic. All right, I'm like,
and I had to give them.
That's wild. That's wild, man. That she said, but don't let it get wet, though.
Nope.
Don't let you can't
the
let
moment
kids,
it does.
You're like, hey, put that Kool-Aid down. Don't bring that shit near the Labo. You drink the Kool-Aid in the kitchen. That's how you tell your kids. Listen,
God forbid you have a flood.
That shit was $200.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid in the kitchen.
You know what's another thing that they put out? See, I'm a true tech head. Like this little guy, this little AI thing.
What's that, AI builder or some shit?
Yeah. So he does a little box and he play games and he recognizes you. He does all types of stuff. So I'm one of those dudes. So you know, the Mario Kart racing joint. I had to get that.
Okay.
I'm sitting down here like a big ass kid, like a Tycho Nightglow, down here by myself. My wife was like, "What you doing?" I'm down here by myself, cleared everything out on the floor, playing Mario Kart alone, bro. And I said, they did it again. They did it again. I'm going to play this thing twice and never play it again. They did it again.
Yeah.
This is how they get us.
Mm-hmm. So
Nintendo's
Anomaly. They just have this thing where it's attractive, right? PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, Valve, nobody has that. They don't have that, how would you say Anomaly? They don't have that feng shui or pizzazz. They just don't, right? So
PlayStation gets away with a lot of stuff too, you know, but it don't get away with as much stuff as Nintendo.
No, that's true. Not yeah. Like I'll tell you what, ain't no way PlayStation will be able to get away with for 1080p fucking machine.
No, yeah,
At
you
30
can't.
frames.
No.
Well,
Okay. So no, not
not
the
like
30
that.
frames.
Yeah.
But all right, so
Or 20 or 15
I
frames. They just,
I believe the handheld, and this is just my opinion. I believe the handheld, the first iteration of the handheld won't ship with an OLED. I think it would ship with an LCD just to save on battery life and price, right? I think it can get up to 1200p if it does. I think docked it does 1440p, right? 60 frames per second locked. I think people buy that. I think as consumers now, we as us, like, and this is the reason why the Nintendo is so successful. I didn't buy that standstill crap, that the one that you can't dock. I didn't buy that Switch. I got the Switch that you can dock, because my Switch stays docked, right, at all times. I don't care to undock it. I don't know why people are averse to that console being what the next console should be from us as PlayStation and Xbox heads.
I could.
And are you adverse? Yeah. Are you adverse to it?
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm not averse.
Yeah, tell me why.
I'm gonna tell you why. So the point I was trying to make was, again, Nintendo's the anomaly. I think Steam Deck, Asus, Rogue Ally, right? They understood, in my opinion, maybe it's not the inherent problem, but maybe the inherent reality of a handheld type, those type of handhelds. And I think the main thing is there's not a lot of people that wants a handheld that's the same as their console. Right? PSP. And I'm going to use Sony because that's really, if you remember the first PSP, that's really what it was. Sony was really the one that said,
well, they was making big arcade game, PlayStation games for the console. Yeah, but remember, they were splitting resources. That's true. See, that's the problem. I think.
So I don't mean from a business. I'm talking about from the consumer reaction, right? I get the business side and the resource, but for the consumer reaction, PSP sold a lot, but it didn't sell a lot of games. People don't pay attention to that.
No, because we did emulation.
But I'm gonna say why.
Yeah,
it didn't sell a lot of games.
Broke that sucker.
Well, besides that, but that's true. That shit, right? But the Joe broke it. But at the end of the day, the console sales don't mean much.
And they don't.
If it doesn't, it's all about the game sales. That's why you sell the console. Yeah. The console, that's just the first step. That's step one. Step two is
the conduit to the game. The game's is where the money's at. Right.
When people bought the PSP, and I bought one, but in the end, it's like, this is just a degraded console experience. I'd rather just play the console. Yeah. So there's only, to me, the niche audience that wants a console-like experience in a handheld is a niche audience. And I think Steam Deck, Asus, and all those other guys, they understand that. They understand that, handhelds is not going to be the market leading. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm averse to that being happen.
Yeah, I got it.
Because anytime you shrink something, it costs more. There's nothing you can do about it. So while you might have this new PlayStation, whatever they call it, it's not going to be on the level of the PlayStation 6. It's just not. It's just you can't keep up unless you're going to pay $2,000 for it.
Question. Mm-hmm. Think about it. Let's say they tell you the experience that you're receiving right now with your PlayStation 5. Mm-hmm. We can give you that same experience in that form factor. You don't ever have to remove it off the dock. Actually, you can Bluetooth your controller to it and play it. But this thing is as versatile as your PlayStation 5. But you can take it on the go. It's more versatile. It actually supplants the need for a portal. Native games. If you're not hooked up to the internet, you're able to play whatever game that you want to play, depending on the size of your hard drive. That doesn't attract you at all?
No, well, I will say this, though. If they do that, it's not going to be $400. And I'm going to explain why.
No, five. Let's be five.
Not even that. Because think about it. Not even that, dog. Not even that. You paying $800 for that. Because, like I said, Asus and them, they understand the assignment, right? And what I mean by that is, since the market is niche, right? And these are not going to be market increasing devices. Chances are, if you buy this handheld, you have something already. Meaning you might have a PlayStation already because you're a fan of it, or you might have a PC, you might have something. So what you're looking for is something on the go.
But you have access to the library. That's what you're saying. You have access
to library, yeah. So you have access to library. So like you said, this handheld could access PS5. Chances are you already have PS5 with this library. Now all you want to do is extend it on the go. And I think that's Valve. They knew that was going to happen. I think Valve understood that if we release a Steam Deck, you're not going to get a new user. You're going to get the same user you already have. So in this case, wait, hold on, wait, listen. You already have
I'm listening.
User.
I'm listening. You're making a good conversation about it.
So now think about this. For example, let's say you made the King David box, right? On PC, you have a storefront. You know, David and Goliath.
Yeah.
Storefront. I got my PC, or I got your console. Let's say the King David console. You know, the Goliath. You call it the Goliath. You know what I'm saying? Biblical, read your scripture. If you don't know what I'm talking about, read your scripture. But you got the Goliath. I bought your Goliath. You got Puertorock. You see my username. I'm buying all your games. Your exclusives, multiplats, Call of Duty, all that shit. You already have me as a consumer. Now you decide, you know what? I'm going to make, the Bathsheba. Again, read your scripture. If you don't know who that is, read your scripture. They don't know, read your scripture. So you got the Bathsheba, Project Bathsheba, your little handheld.
Right.
I buy that, but I didn't increase your, how would you say,
user
I didn't
base.
add. No, I'm the same dude you already have. All I did was,
exactly. You're not selling to a new customer.
So at this case, you have to say most of the people that will buy this handheld is going to be people that probably already own the Goliath because they already have the library. They buy the games. Now they could take it to go because the Goliath stays at home. That's a big bitch. You can't take.
I got a counter to this.
But wait,
I got a counter to this. Go ahead.
Finish. So the Goliath stays home.
Go for it.
But Bathsheba, you could take anywhere with you.
Bathsheba, you could take with you. Yeah.
So you're not going to make extra money off the software because you
already
already
make
have
the same
money.
money.
Software. So what you're going to do is you're going to sell the Bathsheba at profit because you're not going to sell it at a loss to undercut your software and
the console.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're going to sell it. If you make it a beast, you're going to be like, yeah, you're selling this at $800. You're not going to shortchange yourself because you don't gain nothing. That's why. And I think that Steam Deck understands that. That's why it costs $5 something, $6 something. Sony's going to do the same thing. Sony's going to do the same thing.
Push those dudes to the bushes. Push them to the bushes. All right, push them to the bushes because they don't have the business model as the big two. They don't. All right, they think
I'll
they
say
do.
Valve does.
No, they think they do. Right, and I'm gonna get to that part. They haven't. You know why they haven't figured out how to sell a console. Because they couldn't sell Steam machines and they couldn't sell the Steam Deck in volume to that point. But this is we're gonna talk about somebody who can, right? Now this guy, he can. I think they always had the ability to let that portal play PlayStation games without needing a PlayStation. They always had the ability because it's just a software update to it to allow it to do so. I think they're looking at the metrics to it to see how many people that doesn't have a PlayStation brought this $200 device to see if they're new subscribers. Now, apparently, we know that thing has sold, 5 million at this time?
I don't know if it's that much, but it's pretty impressive.
I believe so.
Yeah.
No, I believe it's 4 to 5 million. Right, it's 4 to 5 million because they did say 1% of the base. So if that's 75 million now,
US, not the world.
Right.
So Matt Pizzascilla said like 2%, but he's speaking of US. So you have to know the US number. But I don't. So
think about it.
But let's put it this way: it was impressive, more than I thought.
So it could be 4. It could be more than 5. I thought it was less.
Yeah.
Right. Now once they let's say they saw a spike once they unchained it. So in the regions that could use one, get it. Let's say it's 1% of the adopter that doesn't have a PlayStation that's a new user to this device. Okay, we do have a market for that's them. I'm not. I'm not there with them. I'm not there with that. All right. I'm not. Throw that portal in the bushes.
The Stadia guys. They gotta go somewhere.
No. Listen. No. The fire stick. the Fire Stick Brothers. The Fire Stick Brothers. All right. So the Fire Stick Brothers said we like
the
this.
Stadia
All right.
Avengers.
All right.
They all formed up and got a new headquarters. You said they went to the portal.
I told you them dudes was gonna die a horrible death, but nobody listened to me. All right. Okay. So grand opening, grand closing. I like that.
Brothers, grand opening, grand closing.
That shit was faster than Concorde.
Yo,
all right. Yo, all right. I told him, yo, when I saw the prices, I said, I said that.
When they made that Avengers video to fight the battles, the one's fire, I'm like, yo, I don't know what you cats are doing, but yo, this shit ain't gonna last. I wish I could find that video. Yo, let the chat know, there was this conglomerate of Stadia content creators, and they created this video, so kind of like Infinity War. Oh man, they made themselves look like the Avengers. I gotta find that video. My God, I got blocked.
They all got snapped, son. They all got snapped.
That's why. To give
you have the Thanos with your Puertorock.
That's why I had that. It was because of them. I made that meme of me dreaded run for it. It's because of them. When I posted it in their chat, they blocked me, boy, real quick. That meme of me is because of them. When they came in, I posted that shit. Yo, they blocked me so quick, boy.
They were salty as hell. All right, so I think honestly. And this is just me. Maybe I just got the hope for extending, because I'm upset with this generation. Be real with you. I'm gonna hold you. Last generation was pretty decent. I thought the generation before that was really lit. In the PlayStation 3 and the 360, I thought they maximized. Even some of the games you look at from the PlayStation 3 and the 360 to this day, templates are still being used from those games. And I thought the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, I think they thought that they wouldn't. Whatchamacallit? What happened? Where did I go?
You're here.
I clicked on something on them.
Oh shit! His dementia kicked in. Listen, forgive us, man. Sometimes
shut up, dude. yo. If you can see my joint, I just clicked to your group, your group chat. So all right. So I had something with my finger. So I honestly believe that PlayStation can make this happen. Mm-hmm. I think Xbox can make it happen. I think, and it's just me knowing where it frees up that space. I think this generation is untapped potential. I think the hardware, the RDNA and all that BS that they said, that the ray tracing and all that stuff that they said that we was going to get in the beginning, that we never got, that we got in sparse areas, was never realized. I think developers aren't coding to the metal like they had to code to the metal in the 360 and the PlayStation 3. I don't think that they're being taken to the task enough to deliver a product that is worthy of our time. Now, we got a couple of games. Yeah, you could say that we got Elden Ring. You know, I thought that was worthy of our times. You could say Final Fantasy VII to some extent, that was worthy. The first Spider-Man was worthy. You could say Gears. You
don't like the second one?
No, stop that.
Oh,
don't
man, I don't
do
understand
that. You're lying. Now you're playing. Now you're playing. You know, damn. No.
Let me say this. I say this. The biggest issue from what I see is the story. Yeah, in my opinion, 2018 story, how it flowed was better than Spider-Man 2. On the flip side, the gameplay is better. The mechanics and the gameplay, that shit was top notch. Like, I couldn't go back. Like, I played that, right? Then I went back, all right, let me do the remaster. I'm like, oh shit. This shit is rough.
All right.
Like, if you go back to remaster Spider-Man 2 after playing Spider-Man 2, you're gonna be like, oh shit, this shit.
Let me say what I don't like. I'm a story dude.
Okay.
All right. And how can I say this without hurting a lot of people's feelings?
Uh-oh.
The masculine and the feminine can exist together. They don't have to. One doesn't have to be greater than the other. You don't have to diminish Peter to elevate Mary Jane, right? You don't have to do that, right? Her taking down characters with 2 hits and Spider-Man got to beat dudes up for 4 hours. That didn't make no sense to me, right? And people forget.
You might as well use her for the whole game. And that was your thing. You'd be like, I might as well use
sneak up behind one dude.
People, you know,
one dude, he go down. She beating big bosses. The biggest villain in that game was the mortgage. You gonna tell me it's not? The biggest villain in that game, and he won. Because at the end of the game, they're moving into her little ass apartment. She told him to hang up his webs, and he carrying his box away. Now this is a far cry.
He said it was it was the bank.
All right, this is a far cry.
This dude's wild.
From 2018 Spider-Man, where if you had the DLC, he's a deadbeat dad with 2 girls, and Spider-Man had Black Cat and Peter Parker had Mary Jane, and they both had to deal with that, and that's how he was doing it. That's it. At the end, you knew it was a Spider-Man 2, and you knew he was still Spider-Man.
You missed the pimp. That's what you want. That pimp.
Nah, I'm just saying the duality in the characters is true, right? You took him. I think they aged Miles super quickly. From the Miles Morales game to Spider-Man 2, they aged them super quickly. They was trying to do some DEI stuff. Yo, listen, let's put the Black Latino in there. You're Spider-Man now, and you're gonna sit down. No, you can do that side over there. I can do this side over here. Both Spider-Mans do coexist, right? You don't have to retire Spider-Man. Who the hell retires a Spider-Man? This dude is not 50-something years old that he needs to stop swinging because his back hurt. Oh, no.
Can you consider this, though?
No.
No, I'm gonna give you something to consider. No,
yo, you know why?
Puertorock, I don't care what you say. I'm gonna help you out.
Puertorock,
but I'm gonna help you out.
Why?
I'm gonna help you out.
Go ahead, because Spidey needs to hear you.
I got you. Consider this. What if I'm gonna put in my watcher? I got the big head, and I got the cape.
Pause.
What if they have to do that because the license is timed? They don't have perpetual.
I'm so sick and tired of this.
No, but
and that's
what
another
I mean
thing.
By that is they only have so many games to make before they have to renegotiate with Marvel and get back at the table. Meaning, Spider-Man can end. They could be like, "All right, PlayStation, thank you so much, but
you know what I don't like?
You're done with it."
I don't because we saw that we saw when Wolverine got leaked. We saw how much these dudes was charging these dudes. For the license.
Nobody else is going to pay that. Nobody else is going to pay that.
I'm like,
and be successful.
Bro, you put a loop around their neck. You put a loop around their neck. You force them Marvel.
Okay.
And charging a license. Look at the license fee for the acclaimed Spider-Man games, the Activision games. Look at the licensing fee for those games. For the Wolf. This is the reason why we had so many superhero games, because the license fee was cheap. Yeah. It wasn't like this. Disney takes it and they want to recover all the money they had to spend to go get this shit. Right? Oh no, we gonna make big bucks on it. So I think that made some of the stuff suffer in Spider-Man 2. The Venom stuff was cut out of it. I don't like the fact that they got rid. See, I mean, if y'all look behind me, I'm advocating for these dudes. This is why I play Marvel Rivals every damn day, because I'm addicted to these universes. I think it was factors that played into why we didn't get the game I think we should have gotten. Right? And also there's a lot of stuff. Yes.
Or like what game you should have gotten?
We're supposed to get more Venom. We didn't get any DLC. We're supposed to get DLC. We did get a couple of extra suits at the end, and I think those suits was because they had shipped it out early. Insomniac never That was the buggiest game that they ever had. I only ran into one or two bugs. I only ran into one or two bugs. There was other people who posting different bugs. Yeah, they did. I never had that. I never had Spider Cube, bro.
I thought that was
never had Spider Cube.
That's got a mod. I never had
Nah. Yeah, I never had Spider Cube either. I got stuck in a brick and I couldn't pass a board. But I just understand that they was under a tremendous amount of pressure. And I'm pretty sure probably after 2 years, Ted Price would come out and explain stuff about that, what working under those conditions must have felt like, in making a game with those type of constraints, with those type of expectations, right? And then the stipulations, we want to see more of Mary Jane. What the hell? No, we told y'all the last one we didn't want to see her ass no more. We told you I didn't want that.
No.
But when you saw the leaks, they told you what they were putting in, and they told you, the director, we don't care. We're going to do this, that, and the third. At the detriment of who? So this is the reason why I say I don't like it more than part one. And not gameplay-wise, they did add a whole bunch of extra stuff.
The politics behind it. Okay.
Get it out of my games.
Yeah.
I don't want that. That's not what I'm here for. I buy a game. This is the reason why I don't like 2018's God of War. My God of War,
the first one, the reboot,
yeah,
the first reboot.
Fuck that shit.
Why don't you like the new God of War? What are you talking about?
No. I can't stand Cory Barlog. I think that was a whole different game, and they slapped God of War on top of it. I thought it was something else, and they slapped God of War on top of it. Right? I'm for the David Jaffe stuff. I'm for walking in the room and he's in the bed with 3 girls, and he gets out and he goes and kills Zeus. I want him to go do epic battles. Go beat the Kraken. Go bring down God. Go take Icarus wings and fly down to hell. I want that. I don't want you fighting the same troll 500 times in different colors, and I damn sure don't want you fighting Boulder, a weaker god, a god that none of y'all probably even knew. Who the hell is Boulder? Why ain't fighting him? Right? But he did get a chance to fight Thor. He did get a chance to kill Thor's sons and stuff like that. But those were arena battles, like small little arena battles, where the other Gods of War was epic. You climbed the Goliath. You did these multi-tier stuff. It felt more grandiose. It felt larger. I don't like Cory Barlog. I'm sorry. I know probably some dudes do. I think I know if he would have made his game without the God of War IP, that thing wouldn't have been successful. The fact that you attached the God of War IP to it made it super successful, and people was along with the story. I ain't feel that story. I ain't feel walking around being a stepdad to some kid that's not mine. I didn't care about that. That wasn't my thing. All right? Atreus ain't his baby. I don't care about that.
You said that's somebody else's baby.
Not the daddy.
That was the milkman's son.
You saw him on Maury Povich. You're not the father.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Well, it was already talked about that Cory Barlog tried to bring the old one, and Yoshida said, "Man, if you don't get that shit out of my face right now," and it's because of Ascension. Ascension flopped.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And that was the last big epic God of War.
But David Jaffe wasn't involved in that.
I know, that's true.
Yeah, David Jaffe was involved in that.
The man made what's that shit? Drawn to Death. He was kind of going downhill. Well, I ain't gonna lie. Listen,
we ain't gonna have no David Jaffe slander.
Jaffe became Jordan on the Wizards. You know what I'm talking about?
Stop that. Stop that.
Listen, he should have retired in Chicago.
Not like this, Puertorock. Not the man who did Twisted Metal and everything. Come on, man.
Listen,
we ain't gonna do him like that.
Talking about. You can't be great forever. You either die a hero or you live long enough to be the villain.
True.
Right?
Or somebody come and steal your IP and bastardizes it.
But Cory Barlog did try to bring back Dak Kratos. Yoshida shut his ass down. He said, "Boy, if you don't get the fuck out of my lab right now, you got one more chance to fix this. But tell the truth, your whole studio down, and he did.
But what he was doing, he was picking up flowers. He said, we ain't down for the picking up flowers. So Cory Barlog had the whole God of War picking up flowers, son.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he did, but he told him, we not bringing, did you not see Ascension? And you want to, no, we're not bringing this back.
I want to
Something
know
new.
who's in charge of Ascension, bro.
What?
I want to know who that. I got to
I don't
figure out
know,
who
but
was the director
they messed
from
it up.
Ascension.
And I think
Yeah,
that was the
yeah.
main problem. I enjoyed the new God of War because I think
It
it
was
took
probably
advantage.
Corey
Yeah,
Bula.
I think I like the new God of War because it took now advantage of the modern audience and the modern style of gaming, right? Because if you go back and play
What?
God of War 3,
That's slow
it's old
stuff.
school. It's old school. It's kind of
I
top
like
down
that.
ish, and you jump
Yes, I like
around,
that.
boom, boom, boom,
You're
boom, you
able to
go
do a lot of
crazy.
stuff with it. I like it.
That's
I
like
like
make an
it.
indie game on that shit.
I like it,
Bring
dude.
an indie version of that.
Yo,
You ain't bringing a. You
so
can't make that game AAA no more. Not today. Not today.
you could remake that game Capcom style. I that's what I wanted. Like, so these dudes is like, yo, do you want a Cory Barlog style God of War going to Egypt? I said, fuck no. But then I said I would take the David Jaffe, and you don't sidestep the controversial stuff. Don't sidestep anything. Just give me 1 to 3, David Jaffe remade in a new engine. Just give me that.
The game has to change. I think
I've been asking for this every damn show. If you watch any show, some stupid idiot is always in my DM. Yo, King is gonna be in this one, and my stupid ass jump out. Be like, yo, I gotta bend the knee on this one. That it's gonna be there.
they're not bringing that back, bro. They're not bringing that gameplay back. You could correct it. But think about it this way also. Even at its height, God of War 3,
Right.
5 million. God of War 2018, 20 million. If anything else, listen, we could both cap until David Jaffe becomes the godfather of our children. But the world doesn't agree with you, King. The money's full. People's debit card don't agree with us. They debit cards don't align with our views.
Game of the year, son.
20 million. That should be Red Dead. God of War 3 didn't beat Red Dead Redemption. So even the debit cards, that Visa American Express card, swing credit decline. Swing credit decline. All right, let me use my Cash App. Approved.
Yo.
That's
He said they use Cash App to approve it. Yo, and I'm not gonna lie.
But
I finished it. I platinum that game, and I did all the Valkyries. I remember running to work late one morning because I was on one of the damn Valkyries. Yeah, but I can say whatever I want to say in hating the game. You know,
because you played it.
Yeah, exactly. Because you got if you're gonna criticize, you got to be part of, right? That's my thing. If you're gonna criticize, be part of
the gameplay,
be part of
the issues. Then you got to play it.
You got to be part of. You can't sit there from the sideline.
I'm not trying to hear that. Like I saw on
not
YouTube.
At all.
Click. You're gonna hear Tone. Hey, talk to my boy Tone. Who Tone? Click Tone.
That's what you talk to Tone, bro. Yo, don't talk to hang this up in your closet. Oh my God! So talk to me, Puertorock. Talk to me. We all over the place.
Let me hit up some super chats real quick. We got Gordo P23 said, David, you think the next Xbox will have Steam?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think it's gonna have Steam. I think it's gonna have Epic Store. I think it's gonna be an open market.
Do you think that won't mess up their economy though?
Whose economy?
Xbox.
Nah. That's not my job to care about that.
No, I got it. It ain't your money. But I'm saying, the reason why I say this, because people are saying, if let's say Microsoft does release a device, I'm going to say device for now. And the reason why I say device is, if they have a device that has Steam, then is it really a console and not just, is it really a console or is it just really a PC disguised as a console? And the reason why I say this, if you release a console, you're trying to have the tunnel in the console market where people buy your games. Because that's really what consoles are. People forgot what the consoles are really for. They're marketplaces. They're literally they're toll booths. Oh, you want to play Call of Duty? You got to cross either the PlayStation toll booth or the Xbox toll booth, so we can get that 30%.
I think you see two things happen. Right. I think you see two things happen if that is true, right? I think you see a curated version of Xbox only games and a Game Pass version inside of Steam. I think you see that inside the Epic Store. I think you see that inside the Icho Store. because there's 3 storefronts that they're talking about that's supposedly in this device. Now, I'm not an economic genius in trying to figure out how that is supposed to work economically. But if it starts to make dollars and it starts to make sense, and Steam is using Xbox's pipeline, because that's their problem with, they can't sell a console to say they shit, but they can sell a whole bunch of games.
They want access. They want access to the console market. They want those console gamers. But this is
and I think the only way they're going to get that is with Xbox. And I think at this moment right now, Xbox is going for, I think Satya ambition is greater than people think. I think Satya's ambition, and I told everybody, he's the dude who wants the first piece of chicken and the last piece of chicken. He don't give a fuck who gets what's in the middle. But he wants the first piece and he wants the last piece. And everything in the middle, you're going to have to work it out. Mm-hmm. But I think he's that guy. And that's a dangerous person. Because that person is going to, if you don't play video games, this is why I thought Jim was a dangerous person for PlayStation. If you don't play video games, you don't get what's important to the console. You're going to say, oh, exclusives? Why? Why are we doing this? That's what you're going to say. Because you don't understand, why are we locked into these guys? Why aren't we everywhere? That's what has been said out of his mouth. Right? So I understand it. If you don't have time to ingratiate yourself to the culture of something, what you do is you destroy the culture of something. When somebody comes and invades a land, they destroy the culture first, and they impose their culture on that land. So indigenous people that ever had their culture destroyed understand that. What Xbox is going through right now is a culture destruction. Mm-hmm. Okay? Because the indigenous people that are there don't want their games on PlayStation. But the people that are invading understands economically we can thrive in a different manner, and we're going to impose our ideology and our culture on this fan base at the detriment of the fan base. Mm-hmm. Now, the fan base is going to say, either you're going to shit or get off the pot. Either you're going to stay there or you're not. You got a choice. As a consumer, you got to look for value. This is what I tell people, because, they look at me, yo, King, what are we going to do? As a consumer, did they harm you in any way? Well, they put my games over there, so did they hurt you that Puertorock gets the chance to play Forza Horizon 5? No. So then what the hell are you talking about? Now you got to figure out, and see, that's your culture talking. Because that's the culture we're from.
Well, not even culture.
We're from that culture.
I'm talking value, because you mentioned value, right? So the way I say is this. So
Game Pass is giving me a hell of a bunch of value.
Yeah, that's one thing. But I can understand some of the Xbox, because I talk to some of the Xbox guys, right? So it's not so much that I can play Forza.
You talk to the guys with brains, or did you talk to the guys that don't have many brains?
No, absolute brains, and you're gonna see how it makes sense, right? If you talk to not the console warriors and all that stuff, just people be like, listen, I bought an Xbox because especially now the way money is, some people can't have it all. In fact, I would say a lot more people are on one platform than they are multi-platform, because some of those servers, they include the phone as a device, right? So sure, if you include them, we're all we all got something, right? But if we're going to be real, if we're going to talk about that one device people play, a lot of people only have that device. A lot of people only have a PlayStation, and that's fine.
Right.
A lot of people only have the Xbox, and that's fine. Some people only have a PC. And you know what? That's okay. You don't have to have everything, especially with the amount of games each platform have and the third-party support, the free-to-plays. There's a lot of shit. Yeah. There's a lot of shit to play on every platform in a general sense. So every platform is well supported to a certain degree, right? But when you have to make that decision, right, and you look at how this gen started out, and people are like, all right, Microsoft making big moves. They bought Bethesda. They're about to get ABK. There's opportunity for them to make these games exclusive. Listen up, right? They make these games exclusive.
Yeah, it's two different things that you're going to talk about right now.
No. It's just simple. It's just from the consumer. Yeah. Right? For those that are into gaming, they know, they're like, there's two paths. Microsoft has all these, some of the most biggest games in the world, there's potential
Right.
that you're gonna need an Xbox or a Game Pass supported platform to play them. And he even said that.
Facts.
We'll put our games where Game Pass is at. Okay.
Where Game
But
Pass is.
on the other side, you got PlayStation. You're like, man, but PlayStation got the Spider-Man, the God of Wars, they got Naughty Dog.
Exactly.
They do these Japanese games. So you're gonna be like, man, I gotta go one path. Some people chose the path of PlayStation with the thought of, I might not be able to play Elder Scrolls. But you know what? I'm good. I'll make that sacrifice because I really want to play Wolverine. Others be like, yo, Elder Scrolls, Fallout, those games I love. I definitely play Call of Duty. Chances are it's still going to be on PlayStation, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to go on Xbox. They're not going to risk it. Yeah. Right? There's no sense in risking it. You know, it's like, you know what? I'm going to stick with Xbox. All right, everybody made their lines. No fanboying. Everybody just enjoys. Everybody made their choice. You stick with it.
Right.
Now down the road, Phil Spencer says, hey, all these Xbox games going to PlayStation. So now these Xbox dudes like,
damn, I should have picked a PlayStation.
If I would have chose PlayStation, I would have had everything anyway.
But is it everything or do they got to wait? See, this is the thing where the multi-console dude comes in.
That's a different thing. Like, right? Not now. If there are games you have to wait, that's up on the user. If some user like, nah, I got to play my shit day and date, then Xbox is the way to go. That's why the people say, why are you getting a Pro on a PC when you playing Grand Theft Auto? Yeah, shut the fuck up. I'm not waiting 2 years. I'm not doing that.
But listen,
when Wolverine comes out, I am there that day. If your platform cannot do that, I don't want your platform.
My thing is,
so
the reason why I brought my Pro, because dudes hated on me for that. And the reason why I brought my Pro,
they need to know.
Exactly.
You got $15,000 statues. The Pro's nothing.
Yeah,
that's just tax on one of these statues. Did they not see the glove? Show them the glove.
But it's right there too. It's big as hell. You can see it down at the bottom right there. It's huge as hell. Yo, so you gotta understand, when I brought the Pro, I had said to myself, I said, well, my son, he has the PlayStation 4 Pro. Let me give him my PlayStation 5. Give him, and I'll pick up the Pro. But I picked up the Pro because it gives me certain things that I'm looking for.
You talk shit.
And I have the television that can utilize. Well, not that. I like the frame rate.
I don't have the Pro.
Oh yeah, exactly. I don't talk to me. Like, don't talk to me if you're not on my level. Get away from me. You stink. Get out of here. You know how that goes.
The TCL gamers.
You
remember them
dudes, them bargain basement dudes. Get away from me. So, but the reason why I got it is because I do see certain things, and when some people don't see it, I say, well, what TV you got? Right? Do you have this type of input? Or did you do this? And this is the reason why I stream on my Twitch the PlayStation 5 stuff, to show the differences, like when this is on, when this is off, because I think it's a huge misconception on how they showed it to the people. I'm a tech head. I'm gonna buy any goddamn thing. I don't care. If I think I want it, I'm gonna go get it, because I grew up with absolutely nothing. We grew up in a poor, impoverished Bronx, right? So at the time we grew up, you understand, Puertorock, we had high socks, we outside with the pro kids. This is what we doing. All right. So when we get old enough and we have enough money and we do, pay our bills and stuff like that, this is our leisure time. We want to game at the highest level for whatever it is. And we're not going to be denied whatever our hobby is. I don't do drugs. Right. So I'm not outside running in clubs. I don't go spend money on super fast cars and do stupid things. I'm just not that dude. But what I do is I like to game. So when I'm gaming, I want to game at the best. So that's why I got my Series X. That's why I got my PC. That's why I got these things. So when I got the Pro, dude's like, I don't see the difference. I said, the difference between me and you?
To be honest, these are the same people that said the Series S was more powerful than the PS5. Like, stop it.
Well, I was sitting there saying the same shit too. Yo, listen, Puertorock, remember, can I get a lock on, please? Yo, you remember, can I get a lock on, please?
Y'all joking on 9.2 T-flops, but the 4 T-flop motherfuckers the business. Man, if y'all don't get your asses out of here. But the reason why I say this, just to finish off on that question.
Go ahead, get it.
It's interesting on what Microsoft might do in the future, because if they do put Steam, I personally think, and I'm glad you mentioned Satya, he's not a hardware guy. He wants
No,
out.
no, he's not.
He wants out of hardware expeditiously.
I think they both do.
I want hardware out expeditiously.
I think they both do.
He has to find a way though, and I think a PC disguised as a console is the perfect way out.
They both really, PCs, Puertorock.
You know what I'm saying? No, but what I mean by PC, what I mean by
x86 with AMD, they both
yes,
the
they're
same
all
shit.
PCs colloquially, right?
Yeah.
But what I mean by PC is they could start doing the same fabrication process that laptops.
Oh, so you talk about the OS system?
Yes, I think the OS is just Windows, but they added console mode.
Okay, so listen.
Because the reason I say this is because I have a laptop. I have actually a gaming laptop. I don't know.
And you know about console mode.
Yeah, but
you know about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the reason why I say about console mode is I have a gaming laptop right now, right? I don't know how it happened. It went into tablet mode. Yo, that shit freaked me out because I couldn't get out of it. And it's not touchscreen. But listen.
Oh, so I know what you're talking about.
But tablet mode is built into Windows.
Right.
So
okay.
You got a console that's console mode. You got.
And let me tell you
Windows.
what's happening.
It's PC Windows in your device.
All right, so let me tell you what's happening.
What I'm trying to say is, think about it this way. Microsoft says, you know what? We're going to treat hardware like laptops and PCs. We're just going to build it with the same fabrication process.
They've been doing that.
They said that whatever.
So they've been doing that. Remember when they were reporting the shortages on the Xbox consoles and you dudes was like, yo, down 20-something%? They was rolling in Surface in that with that. They was considering the Surface loss
That's also numbers game. I'm talking about actual
design.
Yes.
Okay, so check it out. So this is what they're doing. That next Windows 12, they're gonna have Xbox in the kernel, right? This is how they exit the hardware business. All right, everybody want to exit the hardware. They're not making no money off the hardware. Nobody is. All right, PlayStation making what 10?
You mean
both
Xbox?
of them?
No.
Both of them. Watch this. No. Watch the next hardware be the last. But don't worry about don't worry about that. That's too far in the future, and we'll be too damn old to be even talking about this shit. All right. Hopefully, we'll be doing YouTube.
If it's 23:59, then all right.
I'm talking about 2030.
I will say this.
We'll probably be on Mars playing.
The main thing about a console is its ability to be a toll bridge. If no one's going through your toll bridge, then yes, your console's going to founder.
I think they're going to have other devices to do that.
PlayStation has a successful toll bridge. And they
they do.
Until the people decide, I don't like this toll bridge.
I think they're using different avenues to get to that. But listen, so in that Windows 12, you're going to have because on the new laptops and the new keyboards it has an AI button. I believe at some point in time you're going to see an Xbox button on either your keyboard or on your dashboard. The same way you see that little Windows button, and when you hit it, your PC is going to go into Xbox mode. It's going to launch up like an Xbox. And your ass sat there and said, "What the hell happened?"
Like, it's not even a touchscreen. I'm like, I can't get out of this, bro. I'm gonna get out of this, man. I had to go on my phone and look it up and shit. And I had to do all
and reset it,
configuration, reset it, and
but
reconfiguration.
I think that's what's next. Yeah, I think so too. I'm not saying that it's not. I think the next hardware is the last hardware, but you're gonna get another piece of hardware. But I think Satya's mindset to that is they're a software company. If they can put it inside and sneak this Trojan thing into their software, that means every PC, because in this October, they're charging people that's on Windows 10 to upgrade to Windows 11. They're making it mandatory this October. So everybody gets over to Windows 11. All right. Now when Windows 12 comes out next year, when the new hardware comes out, every PC that has Windows 12 is an Xbox. So that whole this is an Xbox thing is going to be a real thing. And that's his mindset. I can sell to each and every last one of those people. I can move them over to a device that we no longer have to ship. All we have to do is strip the software and we have all the damn games. And this is the reason why they can tell you something like they're future-proofing your library. How can you future-proof my library? Please tell me how. By the Muse AI, we can get all your back catalog, your old 360, everything that you lost or whatever will be here. If you're part of your Game Pass that you will have to have for life, like your social security number, you're in. I think that's the aspect that they're going in. I think you get the next hardware, and that'll take us to, what is it, 2035, 2040, and that's it.
I think the next hardware is about to get zoomed, bro. If you know what I'm talking about, that shit zoomed.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. But see, next year you do have hardware coming out next year, and that's going to be that handheld.
Is it the handheld? The 2026 is the
handheld?
I
believe the handheld.
Okay,
I believe the handheld is 2026. Yeah, but it could be. Everybody keeps telling me that it's a device under the TV. Everybody keeps saying it.
Technically, now that's a loose term, right? Because the Asus ROG could be a device on a TV. So what you could Steam Deck.
So is my Steam Deck. Yeah, so is my Steam Deck.
Technically, my phone. You could stream it.
Yeah. So, you got a powerful enough phone, you can do that.
Ambiguous now. It's ambiguous. We knew what that meant 20 years ago. But
we don't know what it means now.
Under the TV, it could be a means a lot of things.
Because when they talk about shipping on a gaming device, but we're going to see in the GDC next month. GDC next month, I've been told that something really good is supposed to be going down at GDC. Microsoft has a huge presence that whole week at GDC. So I read off a couple of things. A lot of
PlayStation 5 Pro and Hands games on that stage.
No. So no. They're not going to be showing games.
They're talking about development and
So what they're trying to do is get every developer under the umbrella, right? Now the next game show. See what threw me off these past 2 months? I've never seen them do so many shows and talk about, and they haven't even reached the second half of the year when they're talking about game releases. I said I don't have enough time. All right, I don't have enough time in my schedule to play all the games that you plan to release in the first 4 months. And we've never had something like this in the sense that, okay, they do one show in January. They do another show in February. Oh, wait a second. We're right back with another show. It was so crazy that I came back from work and it was like, I jumped on the Xbox and it was like, yeah, did you watch the indie show today? What the fuck are you talking about? And then I went back and watched it. I said, y'all had a whole show with all these games that's coming inside Game Pass that I don't got time to play, but these games, Balatro and these other games dropped inside. And they're telling me in March they're going to have another show. And so what, are you going to have a show every month? What's happening? I don't think we're ready for that level of pace of producing games in this manner. And I do think the multi that was inevitable. That was inevitable. Because if you tell your fan base you're good if you just buy Game Pass, you can't be upset with game sales. Because if you give me a cheaper option, I'm going for the cheaper option every day.
They did it to themselves.
Yeah, of course.
They gave an avenue to not buy games. They can't be mad. The games are not being bought. Like if you didn't like it, you shouldn't have done it.
some dude told me, "Well, you don't buy games. I don't have to."
Talk to Microsoft.
Like, you think I'm worrying about $1 trillion company? I'm not worried about them. And tell me the day that I worry about $1 billion company. I really don't buy nothing for PlayStation. I get my PlayStation Plus. I'm playing Veilguard next month on the 4th, as soon as it drop. You know why?
Drop fast on PS Plus.
Because I ain't buy it.
That's why it dropped. I remember when Game Pass, you're like, I ain't buying games no more. I don't care what fails. I remember that podcast. Like, I don't care. I don't know. Like, paraphrase, you're like, listen, if a game to survive relies on me buying it, break out the funeral.
Yes, you're shit out of luck. I gave you my $250 for the year already. You shit out of luck. I'm just sitting back getting what you got.
If you're relying on me for the sequel, you might as well wrap that shit up. Go play Fortnite.
It's a doobie. It's a doobie because I'm waiting for what you're giving me. You told me to do something. I'm here to do what you said. That's it.
Oh, man. All right. Let me go on with the chat. He says, Jenna A says, welcome, George Clinton. I didn't realize you were into gaming. Oh, man, why are we doing this? Listen, I got to apologize.
Oh, no, listen. No. Yo, I'm giving you some knowledge, dummy. So if he gonna sit there, understand this. If you locked yourself to an ecosystem, I understand you broke. That's all.
What's the blue pill? That was the blue pill? That's what you're saying?
You saw it, right?
We stuck
It's
on
time
the
for
blue
it. Yeah.
We stuck on the blue pill?
Yo,
Like, listen.
yo, you know how you want to get out of the Matrix, right? You better pop one. Get up out of here.
Michael Pierre, yo, King, why you doing at Kong's house, bro? Yeah, we just having a good time. You know, listen, the war's over. Now,
yo, they honestly think that we was really hating each other, bro.
We broke the line.
Yo, they really think that we were hating each other or something.
It's just
like,
entertainment.
I'm like, I said, do you really think that me and this guy got beef or something? Like, you really think it's like that?
Shit. Like, we got arthritis.
Nah, it's not even. It's not even that. It's like we've never had that level of interaction. We always had a level of respect, regardless to what. Yeah. You know. I don't know.
Like
weirdo people.
I would say this generation, or I would say not people today take certain topics as if it's a reflection on them. So if I say, yo, Xbox is dog shit, some people take it as that I call them dog shit. Like, no, I didn't call you dog shit. The console made by this company is dog shit.
That's how they live in their head.
Yeah.
And they're broken. Because, it's just, I don't identify. If somebody calls me a bot, right? I don't identify as no bot. So
you're king.
I have more I have more PlayStation stuff than dudes will ever have. I got devices that PlayStation make that dudes will never have gotten. I've been to places. I'm going to Japan to go get stuff that you've never seen. But you're a PlayStation head. Shut the hell up and leave me alone. You ain't got a pro.
You got the white PS3. That was the relic.
Yo, I got something that PlayStation PSP Go.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yes, yeah. I got two of them. I got a black one and I got a white one.
Oh, I remember that commercial with the PSP Go with the black face. People like, racist.
That was the racist commercial. I was part of that, and I got it upstairs. And the thing is, see. If I choose to play an Xbox because I like Xbox, I really do like the ecosystem. I really do like what they have to offer me. At first, regardless to what, I'm a consumer. If I'm not being treated well, I'm leaving. If you do something to me that I feel that is egregious, I'm out of here. Now, if you're destroying the culture that I'm used to, I sit back and I look at it. Now I'm saying, how is it affecting me? Because that's what Satya is doing right now. He's destroying the dogma that you built around yourself. Sometimes that scares the shit out of people. Like, because they can't argue with you no more. They can't, because you really got people that was arguing with you, telling you how stupid you were for being where you're at. And you're saying, nah, boo-boo, I got your girl. And they don't know how to react.
Now, no. They know how to react. They say, "Oh, she comes back home to me when you're done with her."
Oh no!
I'm like, that's not a flex, dog. That's
not that. Yeah. No. See, you know what I say? You know what I say? I say she old though. I say that. I use that. I'll be like, yo, but she old though. I don't use the up. You can go get her. She old though. She old though. And dudes be like, but J King is coming.
They be like, but I marry her though.
Is she coming back?
If you bought the cow, I get the milk.
That's not the flex. That's not the flex, right? Yeah.
But say you put a ring on it. These dudes are wild. I'm like, y'all you can like Adam 12 or Adam 22.
Let me ask you a question. Did you think that Microsoft was going to charge PlayStation fan base the full price though?
Yes.
When I saw that, I said, y'all wildin' though.
And the nerve to say
y'all better not buy it.
The nerve.
Like, yo, that $100,
$100. They're gonna buy it.
They better not. Listen, let me tell. I'm gonna talk to you guys right now. If you think you buying it to get on somebody's nerve, let me tell you something. Do not buy it, because if you do, you're going to get every old game that they got at full sticker price. They pulling a full Nintendo on your ass. That game should have been $40.
But this is not even the fanboys. I'm not even talking about that, because really the success of Forza is not going to be in the hands of.
It's going to be. I know it's going to go.
That love
that don't
Gran
know
Turismo.
shit.
That's why Gran Turismo sold like 15 million. I'm like, how the F is a racing game selling 15 million?
I know you hate racing games. I know.
Oh yeah, that's me, right?
Hey, we listen. Look, me and him had an argument one time, right? And we was talking about best games.
Yeah.
He said, "Don't you pull fours out your ass? Don't you pull fours out?" He said, "I don't count racing games."
Don't and I said, that shit. I said, "Don't even put that on the list." I said, listen. Listen. If the challenge of the game is who makes the best left turn, I ain't trying to hear that shit. That's not gameplay. Left turns aren't gameplay. Like we not doing that. I stopped him on the track. I don't want to hear that shit.
He stopped that argument. I said, "Come on, Puertorock, stop playing."
We not talking racing.
He said, "Nah." He said, "I'm not bringing up Gran Turismo, and you not bringing up Forza."
It's like, all right.
I said, all right.
We're not doing that. But I say it's because I think they'll do it to some games, but I think the reason why they're doing it to that game is because there is a huge racing audience on PlayStation. But that type of game, PlayStation doesn't have.
That is not there.
Yes, it just doesn't exist.
It's not there. Yeah, it's not there.
So listen,
they have
and it's gonna work.
They have a lot of things that they can push over there that's gonna sell.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just looking at the fan base. I'm like, okay, and this is just a hustle on me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing that. I'm gonna go buy an Xbox and get Game Pass, and I'm gonna get it for the low. I can go get everything that you got right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna do that. I don't have that type of loyalty to something in a sense that I'm going to be financially irresponsible. I have to be financially responsible for the people that depend on me. It's irresponsible for me to say, "Oh, I'm going to spend $500-$600 on something I could have spent $200 on and had everything."
Mm-hmm.
So financially, it's illogical to me to do that. And think about it, Puertorock. Yeah, you understand exactly what I'm talking about.
I'll say this. I don't have Game Pass, and I don't have PS Plus Extra or Premium either.
You don't have PS Plus?
I have PS Plus, the basic. Not the one that's extra.
Why?
Okay, I will tell you why. I'm not going to play most of those games. I'm not. That you see what I'm saying? It's kind of like Netflix. The only reason why I got Netflix and all this shit is because of my daughter and wife. I hardly use that service. If it was me, if I was single, I would be like, if I want to, let's say if the next season Stranger Things comes out, I'll subscribe, watch it, then unsubscribe. I'm not going to just let it sit there month after month after month, pull money out my bank account for something I hardly use. You understand what I'm saying? So like for example,
I get the premium for my son.
So for example, somebody might like Forza. You might tell them just get Pink Pass. Well, I don't really care about the other games. I don't care about Halo Gears. I just want Forza. So one time $70.
So they just go buy for
They play Forza, they play Call of Duty, they play Spider-Man and Madden. There you go. They're good for the year. And I would say that's the reason why the economy, or not even the economy, that's why I don't like the comparison of gaming with movies and television. And I'm gonna explain.
It's not the same.
It's not the same, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's not the same. Because with a game, like let's say like this. Let's say if you invested, I'm gonna use a basic number. Let's say people invested 60 hours into entertainment. You have out of the month, you spend 60 hours in some type of entertainment. If you watch movies, right? If you watch movies at 2 hours, you can watch 30 movies on your streaming service per month.
Facts.
If you like music, preferably, right, and you listen to your streaming apps at 2 minutes a piece, that's like 1,800 songs a month you can listen to. But if you got a gaming subscription, you'll be lucky if you can beat one game at 60 hours. One game, you'll be lucky if you can even beat it. So look at the other entertainments, and I'll even add TV shows. Let's say the average TV show is an hour. You can go through 60 TV shows per month in a subscription service. So what I'm trying to say is the amount of content you're actually playing per month, I guarantee doesn't match a TV show or music subscription. The output. Because some of these games are like 200 hours. So you'll be stuck on one game for 2 or 3 months. Now, and I think that's
are you in the camp now of smaller, greater games, 8 to 12 hours?
I've always been in that camp. What I've been in the camp is people should not be afraid to make 8 to 12 hour games. Some people want to make 40 hours.
Bigger doesn't equal better.
Let's be honest. Some of these bigger games is really fillers. Like they want you to
a lot of
find
Ubisoft
100 chickens. of various
Yeah,
types.
Ubisoft stuff. Yeah,
and they're all
Ubisoft
like in the
stuff,
mountains
yeah.
somewhere looking for a goddamn
Yeah,
chicken.
yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
You know,
open map, Ubisoft
so
fetching quest.
Ubisoft
Quest, yeah.
template, right? So now everything is actual true gameplay. Some of it is filler, right? You know, I kind of like the way CD Projekt Red does it. Because their side quests are meaningful. They're good side quests.
Yo, yeah,
they know how to do it. So I don't mind the side quests CD Projekt Red does. They're great. You know, others.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to look at games and say what's the
like
level
Spider-Man
of investment
3.
you
like,
willing to
find
put
those
in.
spider bots, like 50 of them. Like, do I really gotta find?
Oh
50?
no.
Can it be 15? And also, why 100? Why can't I just do 15? Not 50.
I'm guilty of any game that I really care about. I'm gonna do stupid shit like find book bags. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna find every book bag.
But you gotta find 45. Why not stop at 20? Just 20.
Yeah, nah. I'm gonna get that 45.
To me, after 20, he said I need that. Because after 20,
I need that 45.
Right, you're not doing nothing different.
Yeah, no, listen, I agree with you. Some of that stuff is just keeping you in the gaming world for the sake of keeping you inside the gaming world.
Yeah, it's like, be more meaningful. If you want to keep me in the world, be more meaneful. If you
give you good DLC.
If you want to do book bags, all right, but you don't got to do 100. Just give me 20.
You know what I didn't like about the Elden Ring DLC? And
I didn't play it. I didn't play it.
I got it, DLC. Right?
I beat the original.
I beat the original. I was playing that game so hard that
it's a great game though.
I didn't know that I ended it. I didn't know I was fighting the last boss.
No.
And then the credits came up. I said, "What the fuck?"
You went right through it because you probably missed a lot of bosses. Didn't you?
I was I beat everything. I was so consumed with the game that I didn't know. I thought it was just another boss, and I was just like, yeah. I was on my. And the credits was up. I was like, oh no, yeah. So what I did was I went to New Game Plus, and all my graces were gone. So when I got the DLC, I couldn't teleport straight to the grace in order to get to the egg to get the hand.
So you had to play all
I had
over?
to do that shit from the beginning, bro. Yeah. I said that's the one regret I had with that. I said.
I messed up a platinum. I'm one thing away from the platinum, and I messed up because you know how when you burn the tree, the whole world changes. When you charge the wages, the platinum's no longer. I need an armor piece. I can't get it now because I fucked up the world. So I went online, and they said, "Nah, you gotta start that shit over, dog." I'm like, "Nah."
He's like, "Nah." Nah.
That's the
Some games you like, nah.
That was the chick that got away.
He's like, "Oh well, she ain't gonna get the ring."
Yeah, I'm like, all right, it's all right. 98% is good enough.
Exactly. See, that's why I'm 98% right. I'm cool with that. I tell them take the 2%. I'm good.
All right, going down Super J Rowe. Thank you for rocking through with the super chat with the support. Got a new member, Odidra. Thank you. Welcome to 60 Frames family. We got the genius. Hold on, we got the genius. You know, from Wu Tang. Pool tried to do a fatality in the wrong game. Oh, he's probably talking about arcade conversation.
Yeah, right.
Your stabbing story.
Are you talking about when he stabbed the dude? Yeah.
You're stabbing to finish him.
Exactly. Spinal tap.
My man did the prison yard shit. He did the shit in the yard and walked away. He got the shit. Oh shit. We got C-Dub, the super chat. Thank you, my brother.
Oh, that's my dude, C-Dub.
Don't let King talk about memories like this in an episode of Golden Girls. Let's talk about the craziness he's been saying for the past few years. Also, what size battery are we talking for a handheld with PS5 power? Oh shit, he's challenging you. He says we're gonna have a Tesla battery. Said what? He's like we're gonna have a Tesla battery in this handheld to do PS5 because that's also a factor.
Yeah. So what he doesn't realize, what he doesn't realize is it have the same battery as the ROG Ally. I think I forgot how many milliamps that it has in it. The AI will output it at a lower resolution. It's not pulling a lot of draw from it. Dudes don't understand tech. So when you try to speak tech to people, they're like, well, it's mad powerful and the PlayStation, it overheats. Do you have a Pro, might I ask? Because if you had a Pro, you understand it doesn't get as hot as the original. And if you had a Pro, it does not make no loud noises.
No, so
it's smaller. Exactly. And if you had a Pro, you will understand why they use this AI technology in it to output at a native lower resolution to put it at a higher resolution. That's what they use the Pixel for. So I think that when you have that same technology in the device. Now, the shit I've been talking about, hashtag no PlayStation 6, I stand on that. I gave you a reason why I stand on that. Anything else, what you want? I'm 98% right. I stand on that. What else you want me to stand on? Pause. You weirdos, but we're here.
I'm going to say this. I think that technology, man, we're going back to real quick. I think it will make sense. But I think it's going to stay at 1080p. I don't think they're going to do 1440p on the handheld.
Oh, cool. If it does, so. But I think on a dock, I'm talking about when it hits that dock, man, what it's able to output.
Listen, I'm a PlayStation dude. We're not doing that dock shit. Leave that shit in Nintendo's home. Leave me my console. All right, listen.
Yo, you're gonna get a handheld with a dock.
You got your forces. I got my forces. Don't pull a Trump and try to take over my shit. All right, you ain't kicking me off the cabinet. This is my shit.
Listen, don't worry. You can run Congress. Stay over there.
Listen, me and you, we're gonna have a PlayStation 6.
No, we not.
Me and you,
I heard what you said. I heard what you said to somebody.
Me and you, PlayStation 6 day one.
Listen. I heard what you said to somebody.
What's up?
They said so. Because somebody asked you, so if the PlayStation 6 does come out, what do you think King David gonna do? He's you stupid ass. He gonna have it.
He's gonna buy it before you. He's gonna buy it before you. He's gonna buy it before me. He's gonna go to his little mom and pop hookup spot down in Chinatown
and do the open box and tell y'all dudes.
He's gonna be like, "Hey, yo, Mr. Lee, did the package come in? Here you go."
No,
and that's it. Listen, man, that's one thing about Mr. New York, man. Back in the PlayStation 2 days, I had my little mom and pop shop. I used to get a game a week before they came out. Because they already had the disc in the back.
These dudes don't know that stuff.
Like, they think they shipped the games that day. No, the shipment already came in. They just can't display it. They just can't display it. But I used to be like,
you got Assassin's Creed right now that already broke street date.
So there's a dude, his name was Santos. He was an old dude. And he had a little tech store, old TVs. Sony was always the best product, them dudes, right? Them old school dudes. But I used to come in like Mr. Santos. He came in, he go, here you go. A week early.
And give you your stuff early.
I play Madden before anybody else.
See, and so
they'd be like, yo, you just play Madden, like the day it comes out. I'm like, all right, cool, and I'm whooping their ass, and they're like, "Yo,
now
how you so good?" Because I had it for a week already.
Because I had it already. See, now PlayStation, Xbox can tell when you boot up a game because of licensee verification. They'll ban your ass.
Yeah.
Now
they know now. Back in the day, they didn't have that stuff. Those were the days, man.
No, because we wasn't online. We was doing our thing.
Liquid Data. He goes, "Word, son, to y'all New Yorkers and New Jersey dudes, straight from B-More, no doubt." East Coast.
Oh, blessings, bro. I gotta go to B-More. In the next week I gotta go. I'll see my pops.
Yeah. All right.
He's over that way. He's through that way. I gotta go to Delaware.
Okay. Gotta take that I-95 south.
Bro. 3 hours, bro.
I know, man. Shit, when I was living in North Carolina, I used to do that I-95 10-hour drive to New York like almost every holiday because all my family's in New York.
Wow. Yeah.
So back and forth, driving up and down. Boy, I don't miss those days. I'll tell you what.
No.
In terms of the drive.
No.
Gordo
Take a flight.
P23. Yeah. Gordo P23. If the next Xbox has Steam, then how would Microsoft subsidize the cost of the console through third-party sales with two separate storefronts? And that's what I was saying. Microsoft's no longer going to subsidize the next hardware. Or at a certain point, they're going to stop doing that because it's a PC.
Something's...
If you really want this box, you gotta pay
wait until March. Wait until March. You're gonna hear something special.
So, but my answer, Gordo, is that's the thing. To get out of hardware, the first step is they're gonna stop subsidizing hardware. They're gonna be like, listen, you guys really want hardware? We'll give you hardware. Here you go, $700. Take it.
You already know what it is.
Take it or leave it.
That's the PlayStation 7, the PlayStation 5 Pro, and dude saw it and was like, that price is crazy.
But guess what? When Microsoft does it, and you know what's the best thing? It won't even bother Satya. Because what you're going to do? Oh, I'm getting a PlayStation. So then buy my games.
Get down and lay down. Who cares?
I think that's
when people say something stupid like I'm selling my Xbox, I'm going to buy a PlayStation. Right. You're stupid, but go ahead.
Because I think Satya's going to be like, I'll be damned if I keep losing money on hardware. I'm done with that. That's just cutting into my bonuses. That's impacting my bonuses. I can't get a bonus because y'all dudes ain't buying the console.
It's a culture shock.
Yeah. C-Dub. Cory Barlog was the lead director and writer for God of War 2, which is arguably the best one. Look it up. Oh, okay. You know what?
I don't care. I think he was trash. I think David Jaffe had more to say. Shut up. See, C-Dub.
But he's right. Cory Barlog was the principal writer for 2.
Yo, let me tell him this. Yo, C-Dub, I know exactly what you did with that glizzy. You send that $200, and my ass got to eat that damn glizzy tomorrow. Yo,
whoa, what are we talking about? Whoa.
Puertorock. Yo, listen, man. Let me tell you what these dudes did for the realm. For the realm.
What do you mean?
For the realm. For the realm, yo.
Listen, all
right, so we listen.
That part clipped.
So what? I don't care.
Is I gotta eat that glizzy. That's it.
Yo, they can do whatever they want to do. So dudes in the realm already know. Listen,
what happened?
Dudes in the realm already knows. All right. So we come up with these little challenges and shit that we got to do. Mm-hmm. So we got to pose a challenge, and it's up to that guy to accept the challenge. And the realm got to fund the challenge, right? They got to fund it. So
give an example of the challenge.
The challenge is the glizzy challenge. Now I don't eat meat, so I got a vegan glizzy. I got a Beyond Meat glizzy.
Can you
right?
Go to hot dog
I gotta have
old school.
Well, listen. I hate it because I don't eat hot dogs, and I hate it. It's a glizzy, right? I hate it. Right? I hate it. All right. So listen, and this is the challenge. This is the challenge. So listen. It's diabolical. It's diabolical, Puertorock, and you're gonna see it this Sunday on Iron Lords. All right. I gotta take the glizzy. I gotta walk up to a random person, put my hand on their shoulder, and don't say a word, and just eat the glizzy in their face. Random. Exactly. You see your face?
You're not.
You see your face?
You're not doing
Yo,
that, dog.
Puertorock.
We're too old for that shit. We're too old for that YouTube shit.
Listen, they already funded
it. You doing that in the Bronx?
Yes. No, I'm doing it in New Rochelle.
No, you're doing it in Kew Gardens.
I'm doing it.
You better go.
I'm doing it.
You better go to Long Island.
Listen. Listen. I'm doing it in New Rochelle because I live in Westchester, so I'm doing it in New Rochelle. I'm going over to New York City, so I'm doing it. I'm recording it, but this is what Cog got to do. So I'm gonna show you.
Oh shit! You better go. You better go to the gentrified part of Brooklyn.
So check it.
Off and survive.
Listen. Cog doesn't like Crocs, so we got to go see Captain America tomorrow.
Oh my God, in Crocs, and he has to wear them.
Yo, listen, no, so that's
he has to wear those Crocs. Cog is gonna wear those Crocs.
Yeah, so listen. It ain't just that. He has to walk from when you show your ticket, with his hands on top of his head, crouching with a crouch walk with his legs open like a duck. And he got to walk like this all the way through till he get to his seat. Through the crowd, through everybody. Now, this is humiliation. But C-Dub that's sitting there super chatting.
He paid.
He spent $200 for me to eat a glizzy. So I know C-Dub. So if I'm being extra mean to C-Dub, now y'all know why.
C-Dub, now I'm thinking, damn, he's being ruthless on you, C-Dub. You made him eat a glizzy. Yeah. So yeah. But see, they think they got me, son. You're gonna pick the nerdiest looking dude on the street.
Nah, watch. Watch when you see. It's gonna be. I'm gonna pick the strongest dude in the yard. Put my hand on the shoulder. Move him right to. No, I'm not gonna do it like that. Well, you'll see how I do it. Yeah, it's gonna be Puertorock. It's gonna be so hilarious.
I would be like, the fuck are you doing, bro? Get that shit off.
And I want that to be the reaction. I want it to be something hilarious. And it is gonna be. It's gonna be what it is.
Man, you're like that dude. Be like, I'm here to fuck your wife long dick style.
Your wife.
Hey, slap the cigarettes. Stop smoking. It's bad for your health. slap people cigarette. Stop smoking mafia. People are like,
Yeah, Tyrone. I'm Tyrone.
yeah, Tyrone. That's it. When he did that to the Jamaicans and they went to the trunk, that's when he realized, oh shit.
Yeah. So that's
right.
where we at with it. But we're going to Japan this year. We're going to Tokyo Game Show this year.
You a better man than me because I would have ran away with C-Dub's money. I'm like, sorry, dog.
Yo, nah. You know, listen.
And I'll play.
Listen. How?
Oh wow.
We want to have fun. We want to bring back laughter. We want to bring that. Yeah.
Because I want to talk about the success of the Iron Lords where you started.
So we got to get to it because I go to work tonight. So yeah.
All right.
I got like 20 minutes. Let's
20
go.
minutes. All right, we're going to speed through then.
Yeah.
Patrick Allen. Game Pass is the only reason I have an Xbox Series X. Also have a PS4 Pro and Nintendo Switch. For some dudes, that's really what it comes down to. It Game Pass. They enjoy Xbox because of Game Pass, and that's some people gonna have to
He better upgrade that Pro to a 5. Cut it out.
Yeah, there you go. Oh shit.
Step your
Tommy
game up.
Bull,
Xbox
hardware about to get that Skype treatment.
If you think so, Tommy, have fun.
Okay, all right. Patrick Allen again. On a side note, how do you guys feel about Microsoft helping Israel with their software they're giving them? Oh, that might be a little bit political.
Listen, I have no idea because I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I have no idea either. So on that one, sorry about that, Patrick. I'm not sure about. I'll be honest.
Thanks for super chat.
Like for Microsoft and Sony, if it's outside of gaming, like if Sony comes up with the best TV in the world, I wouldn't know about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
I just wouldn't know.
Well, I wouldn't know about the TVs. Yeah, I wouldn't know about the TVs. I'm a TV junkie, but go ahead.
Tommy Bull, Council War made your beard white. Glad it's over. Oh man.
No, actually, what made my beard white is me being a man of my word. Me and Sovereign made a bet, and we didn't make a bet. We made a conscious decision. Once we reached a certain age, it was 50. No more Just for Men. Now, if anybody watched Iron Lord's podcast,
no more 5 minutes.
None of that.
Just 5 minutes.
So you see these dudes, all y'all dudes be out here, you're Just for Men in it. It's the fact if I take all this off, you don't see nothing. Yeah. All you just see is a smooth face ass dude. Yeah, I'm not like you. I don't abuse my body like you dudes. So y'all dudes with the old ass face,
I'm in the
it's
military.
just me.
I gotta shave.
Yeah.
I don't got a choice.
You gotta shave.
But hey.
Oh, but you know my pops is in the military, right? So, you retired? Okay. That's another thing. He was in the Air Force. So my pops retired, but we have super sensitive skin, so that's why I keep a beard.
Yeah.
That's it.
Bumps,
and this thing just happened to grow like that. Yeah.
The bumps. That's just
crazy. Yeah. They don't understand.
All right.
Pay no mind.
AC with a member says shout out to the King and P Rock. I'm glad you're enjoying the show.
Blessings.
King, I have it all, and you know that. I dropped a casual 500 on Iron Lords a few Sundays, and Rogue Ally has FSR, and that battery lasts 1 hour unless he playing Palautrol or something.
Yo, facts. Power. Yo, listen. Yo, Steve, you're right. I told you, my PlayStation handheld will be docked. Shut up.
All right, so we got time for a quick question.
Go ahead.
We're going to first finish off with the gaming, and then we'll talk about Iron Lords real quick, because I definitely want to talk about that real quick. So first off, just retrospective. In 2020, when this generation started, did you see things turn out the way they are, where Microsoft's like...
Hell no.
You know what I mean? Like, I'll be honest. I had a feeling in time Microsoft was going to make this move. I just didn't know it was going to be this fast. I'm thinking like 2035, they're going to finally get. I thought they were going to write out this gen. My opinion, I thought they were going to write out this gen, and then next gen, they're going to be like, you know what? We had 2 back-to-back console generations that we weren't successful. This isn't baseball. We're not doing strike 3. It's time to initiate.
Puertorock, I'm going to tell you this.
But this shit happened faster than Concord.
Let me explain why. ZeniMax, you're so stupid. ZeniMax, they was going to continue with the console exclusivity stuff. They was going to do that. That ABK shit fell into their lap. I told dude, that's where that hold the line stuff came from, because everybody was sitting there talking about the deal ain't going to go through. I'm like, yeah, it is. I talked to a couple of lawyer friends of mine, and it's like, it's a 10% chance. So if somebody tells me that if I'm going to trial and you got a 10% chance, or you should cop out, I'm not going to cop out. I'm going to take my 10% chance and I'm going to roll the dice. But I'm going to have faith in my team. I had faith in the money. I understand, I'm from the hood. If that much money is moving through my projects, everybody got to get a taste before it gets out. So everybody had to get a taste of that money That's $80 billion. Everybody saw it and was like, wait a second, hold up. I need overtime. I need a taste. You know, some type of way, somebody's getting paid. Hands is getting touching on this. So I knew the deal was going to go through. I told dudes, be careful what you wish for. Because the moment that this deal goes through and they see the money that Microsoft that Xbox makes, once they made more money than Windows that month, you remember that month. I told that was my topic on Iron Lord's podcast. I said, it's over. I said, it's over right there. Because what you did was you put blood in the water to sharks. And blood in the water to sharks means I want more of what you did. You got to replicate that. And then that's when you see the destruction of culture. No longer certain things. That's why certain dudes can't handle certain things. So you'll see a Tim Dog get upset, but I understand exactly what went wrong with that situation.
I do too. Yeah.
But you see a couple of people, you see it was fucked up.
And to be honest, just to the audience, it wasn't really Xbox's decision. It was, how would you say, they didn't, and not that, you got to understand, Tim Dog had a great relationship with these guys. They used to go to football games. If they would have
they used to go skiing in Aspen.
All that shit. So if they would have just told them in the behind the scenes, yo, Tim Dog, this is what's happening. You can't tell nobody, but don't be going out there promising something that we're not going to do it. He would have been fine with that. Yeah. He would have just stopped talking. He said because I talked to him offline, he would have been like, listen, if they would have told me, I would have just kept quiet, but I would not been promising and talking to users, oh yeah, they're going to do this, they might do this. You know, some of the stuff he said that was never going to happen, he said I would not said no, and I would have been fine with that. I would have left it alone and it would have been cool. You know, but I get that side. But let me ask you this then. If you could rewind time, and you
would I go for the ABK deal?
Would you go for the ABK deal? You would still do it, even knowing. Yeah. No, but let's say if they didn't go for the ABK deal, they say, you know what, we're gonna focus on our hardware.
Everything that's happening right now, I wouldn't change anything. Okay. I wouldn't change anything because what it did was it showed me exactly who was who and what was what. Mm-hmm. I got a chance to see exactly who was fake, who was phony, who was bullshitting, who was this. Yes.
The mustard
because
hearts.
Remember, because I go to these shows.
You know the movie Kong Lives.
Yeah, you remember that shit? Yeah. Yo, so I go to these shows. I'm around these people.
Oh, okay. So you really talking? Okay. So you're not talking Twitter. You're talking like people.
I'm talking about people.
People.
I'm people.
Real life.
All right.
Okay.
So I get a chance to understand how I'm treating you now because I understand who you are. Like, you know, when you're in the military, you want to know who the hell you in a foxhole with. Mm-hmm. Right? You don't want to wait until you in the foxhole that the shit get hot and this dude fumble a grenade and kill everybody. Mm-hmm. You don't want that dude there. You want a dude that's going to be down with you into this whole situation. You want somebody that's level-headed, that's going to see the field for what it is. You don't want no mustard-hearted individual that's going to flip-flop and change on you at the drop of a hat. So I got a chance to see exactly who's who and what was what. And if you see me now and how I move with individuals, I only fuck with people that fuck with me. Okay. That's it. So when Puertorock hit me up, I hit you back immediately. Yeah, you did. You know what it is. Mm-hmm. So it's the mentality of I don't deal with weak individuals. So that's where the mustard heart stuff came from. And I find that to be weak individuals. So when I'm talking to people, I'm talking directly to certain people. When I'm telling dudes to hold the line, it wasn't no skit for anything. Those dudes don't know what I'm gonna do every show. That was for certain dudes that was jumping out the window, and I'm like, dude, I don't like your character right now. You're looking stink right now. I don't like you, and I have to separate myself from you. And then you start to see stuff as you know. I would never shit on Tim Dog. Tim Dog has done things for me in this industry that's invaluable. So when my man was bugging out, I called him on the phone, had a conversation with him. Yo, what's up? You good? This, that, and the third? Yeah, okay. I'm riding with him no matter what he does. We're good. And just left it at that.
I guarantee when other dudes, and probably like me, when you talk to him offline, you were like, "Oh shit!" Because
but I knew to get from Twitter. I know everything. I know way more stuff. But then I saw how other people were treating him that needed him, and when he was down, or what he was perceived down.
Yeah. When he was doing what they wanted, they were boys. But then as soon as he did a different thing, you saw how quick they cut him off. Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
And that just don't make sense. Yes. You know what? And that's what I found weird. If you relied on this guy for information on, it doesn't matter whether content creator, but if you follow somebody for years because of the information they pass, and now they're telling you different information, why wouldn't you take that as, oh shit, what's going on, Tim? Like, is this really happening? Like, if you trusted them with this information, then why wouldn't you trust them with this information?
With that information.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now you think the information is false because you don't like it? No, you might want to listen, because if you trusted him in the beginning, then you might.
You should continue trusting him in the end.
And in the end, he was right. You know, everybody that shamed him came out exactly like he said. You know, it is what it is.
You see? So I just don't deal with phony people.
Mm-hmm. Tommy Bull says, shout out with Super Chat, says, some people say Sony will put more games on Xbox. What's your opinion on that? On Xbox,
I think at some
the console.
I think at some point in time, everybody's going to start looking the same. I think financially, the erosion of live service games into our mainstay is going to be too much. We have never had. Usually, when somebody tell you a free to play game, you roll your eyes. Mm-hmm. We've never had free to play live service games that are this good, from top to bottom.
Dominate the
that
industry.
Play good, that look good, that is serviceable, that is never offline. Like, and I'm talking about Marvel rival type of stuff, rollouts Fortnite. That don't hit a bump, right? So because you had something like Outriders that came out, it was buggy, it had a lot of problems. You understand? It didn't hit. But then when you do get ones that hit, that takes away from the money that you're going to spend on something else. It causes the consumer to have pause. I think these games are too much and they're taking too much time. I don't get a chance to finish games like I want to because I'm playing these games. And I understand why it's a problem. So I think live service games is going to force these guys to look for money in different areas. First is going to be the PC. Then it's going to be in whatever avenue that they can. And then at the last end, if Xbox is allowing them to either put games onto their ecosystem with the PC and stuff like that, it's going to be there. Whatever it's going to be, at some point in time, it's going to be ambiguous between each other. But I think they all consider to do the 6 month thing, 6 months to a year thing. We'll put our game here. And if you want to get it here, you have to buy it here first. And then, some titles will make it over at some time. But I don't think day and date for everything will ever be a thing. I think at some point in time, it's just going to be trickled out to everybody.
Right. I personally
they got to make money.
Yeah, but I personally think PlayStation's not going to mess with Xbox. And I'll say this, main reason, because PlayStation is a marketplace first. Like a lot of people, and I can understand why a lot of people look at PlayStation as a publisher, right? Because some of the games, when they hit, the God of Wars, the Gran Turismos, Horizon, Spider-Man, they sell big, they sell huge, and that's what we talk when we talk about PlayStation. We probably talk about their games, right? But people, I think, forgot is PlayStation's business is marketplace. It's not their first party sales. Like even the year where they had, was it 2022? God of War came out, Gran Turismo 7 came out, and Horizon came out. And all three hit big. Huge sales. That was still a fraction of their overall money they bring in. Because the real money for them is the third party. Because, again, they're the toll bridge. The toll bridge is their business. And people forget. Sony's business is the toll bridge. As long as they see your product doesn't interfere with their toll bridge, which, for example, PC... They say multiple times that PC doesn't impact them, so they don't see the issue with PC.
Actually, they make money from that. Yeah, that is good.
They make
but
money.
I say this, right?
But I'll say ultimately, if you, as long as they feel you're not another toll bridge, they'll put your games on that platform. Let's say you are a toll bridge, they're not putting the game on there.
Let's say Forza goes over there and does 10 million. Mm-hmm. Does some stupid number. Do they look over at some game that they cost a lot, like Spider-Man, that is sitting on the shelf, that we can get money back and we can get this out there? I think somebody has to start making the hard decisions on making viability and survivability. But you know what's the difference between the two?
Right,
the difference between the two, And no, but your scenario is right, and we don't have that much time. But what I think the difference between the two is the person that's in charge.
Mm-hmm.
The person that's in charge over at Xbox. Remember, I told you Satya wants the first piece of chicken and the last, and he doesn't care about destroying culture in order to achieve his ultimate goal. I don't think Hiroki, being that his Japanese nature won't allow him to destroy culture for the sake of the ultimate. That's what I believe. That's just my opinion.
Just one last thing. This past numbers. I'm just using numbers because really it makes it easier. PC, because Sony has games on Xbox and Nintendo. Nintendo has MLB The Show and Horizon. There you go. Xbox got Destiny and MLB The Show, and then PC has a lot of PlayStation games. You know, they have The Returnal, Spider-Man 2,
all that stuff.
Yeah. When you combine all of them, right? The total amount of money they made was $865 million, which is a lot.
Right.
But that they made in total $30 billion. So PC, Xbox, Nintendo is good money.
But it didn't total to the whole. Right.
The wife is the PlayStation console. So while they're bringing in millions, their console's bringing in billions. And they're not going to do anything to interrupt the billions for the millions. That's why I say I don't think they're going to fuck with Xbox.
You don't fuck around with short money to mess up long money.
Exactly.
We understand.
You know,
right?
All right. Moving on. We got J-Ro gifted a membership. Thank you so much. Whoever got that membership, please thank J-Ro. Shout out to you, Gordo. Great show, guys. Shout out to King David. Thank you for coming on. We weren't that mean to you, so tell your Xbox brethren that there's nothing to fear and come on to the show, especially Boomstick. I don't think Boomstick. I'm trying to get that's the whole point of the show. I want people to feel comfortable and not think this is ambush journalism.
Let me explain two things. One, I never fear anybody. That's one.
King David.
Two, me and Puertorock has really been good. It's a misnomer in this community that I don't get along with certain people. If I don't watch people content, I just don't watch their content. But the interactions that we've had with each other, he understood the moment that he told me he was military, what I told you. The moment you told me you was military, that's it. Ja. That's it. Because I told him, I said, I salute you for your service because I understand what it is that he did. So anything else, I'm not playing around with anything because I don't want him to like, remember you said you was like, I'm going on deployment or whatever. I won't be able to play no games during this period of time or something like that. Right. And you're active duty and then you'll be coming back or whatever. And I was like, what? He was like, I'm military. I don't know if this man, I meet him joking and he goes on something and something happens. I don't get a chance to speak to him. So I told him when he did his podcast, yo, good, keep going. I told him that I wanted us to do something this year and I wanted him a part of it. Yeah. So I'm about this. I'm about bringing people together. I'm not about separating anybody. So when dudes think that I have a problem with somebody, no, man, I don't have a problem with anybody. Actually, it's all jokes and games. It's just a toxic fan base that can't get it out of their head.
They don't understand the humor.
Right. But we're in New York, so we have a different.
That's also a different culture in its own way. And then finally, Yuzu Ichikawa, thank you for the super chat. It says, don't forget Triple Z and Star Rail. Yeah, that's another live service games that are popping.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Now, let's talk about Iron Lords real quick, and we'll finish off the show with that. It started out as a podcast for the game. Right? Yeah. If I'm correct, Destiny. Like you were a Destiny podcast.
Yeah, no. So what happened is they started out as a podcast for that, right? Who's
the founding members?
It was my cousin Cog, Attic, Zero, and Sleep, and it was okay.
Okay. So what happened? Like, how did the transition begin?
Commitment happens.
You came in, you changed the culture, you pulled the Satya.
No, what happened?
We're not doing this.
What happened is, now like me, Cog, and me, Cog, and all of us. We're from Channel 5. So Channel 5 is a group of like 30 of us that used to get together and play video games all the time. Right, so we have a camaraderie. We're hilarious. You know what it is. I know what it is. I know. Right, drive-in movie theater time. It is what it is. So, he had Sovereign on first, and then they had me on, and the fan base was like, "Oh, we like them, bring them back." So then from that moment, it
so
was
you went
every
like a
Sunday.
guest.
Now,
You went on a guest.
yeah.
Okay.
So, but we're family. So what we decided was the other two wasn't working out for whatever reasons, life and commitment. When you're just a buddy or something and you're not family, you're not gonna make a commitment to an individual. I gotta make a commitment. If I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna be there without fail. I'm gonna be there every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I'm the marketing manager. So as the marketing, yeah, dude, that's what's up.
Hit up the plug. Hit up the plug. Every Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time.
Eastern Standard Time, right? So as the marketing manager, you see that logo that's in the back. I designed that logo. Me, Zero sat down, and then we handed it off to De Niro. Then I sat down with the realm, with the team, and we decided to go forward with it because we could no longer use that Destiny tree. We had a Destiny tree that said Iron Lords in the beginning.
It's trademarked, yeah.
And then we changed that, and then I said, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna have to do it big. So anytime we went to these shows, and I was strong arming getting into these places. Like, COG will have media. Shout out to Dizzy. We used the website through Dizzy. Now, in the beginning, we was with Tick. We was working with Tick, with Cal and Tick. And I never wanted to work with Tick and them. Yeah,
I remember. They had the subgroups.
I never wanted to work with them. Cal. Yeah. He's one of them, yeah. I never wanted to work with them because I felt that we were bigger than them anyway. So
ended up true.
No, it wasn't even a sense of doing that. There was a little, it was an egotistical thought process because what I do is I evaluate people. So we had this one time we went to a restaurant, and when I go into the restaurant, I talked to the maitre d'. I said, "Listen, we need 20 seats." Got you. I throw money in your hand. He pulled out 20 seats. Now it was seats that was outside, and we're all sitting at the table. So I'm sitting in the middle, and everybody's there, and it was a seat that was open at the bottom. He didn't want to sit at the seat at the bottom of the table. Cal, I'm not talking crap about somebody. I'm just telling a fact. He didn't want to sit at the seat at the bottom. He wanted to sit at the seat in the middle.
But it was already.
And then when the seat opened, when the seat opened up in the middle, then he came from outside and then sat in the middle. I said, that showed me right there, you're not a team player. Mm-hmm. You see, because I shovel shit in the snow to get to whatever position I got to get to. If I got to play the lowest man on the totem pole, I am. My cousin is the host of the show. There's no ego involved. He's the host. You driving the ship. Mm-hmm. Somebody can sit there and say, "Oh, I tuned in for King David," but I don't drive the ship.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Exactly. I don't drive the ship. He drives the ship. Addict runs the background. He runs the control. Sovereign runs the super chat. He runs the money. He runs this, that, and the third. So everybody has a position that they got to play. But there was feelings. Oh yeah, that's the part. That's the part where we come in. So anything that you see, like cameras, like you see right now, at the time when we jumped in, everybody was using little avatars and talking, and I'm seeing little avatars. I'm like, this is stupid. I don't like this. Mm-hmm. I said, we got to have cameras. If we don't have cameras, I'm not doing this. We got to have cameras on. And shout out to Dealer Gaming. Dealer said, yo, your mics is trash. We had to fix our mics. We got better mics. He gave us criticism that actually worked to what was going to be the greater goal. So if you see the intro, you see stuff like that, that stuff is me, but with collaboration with the team and then trying to craft something as far as the rap music in the beginning, everything. If you see any of my shows, you understand that I care about the visual presentation of something because I want you to have something that is of substance. Mm-hmm. We used to go out to these shows. I used to rent exotic cars, drive to the hoods, and hand out T-shirts. I stand online. So check this out. We go to a Bethesda show, and I drive up in a Corvette. I get to the back of the line. I'm having our T-shirts, and the valet is over there. I say, yo, watch my car. Cool. Hit him some ducks. We in Cali. And they see us on the line, and that's Cal and them is on the line, and they're in the back. I was, what the hell y'all doing back here? He was like, nah, we stand on. I said, come on, man. Come on, let's go. Let's go to the front. Like, yo, you can't. You ain't go. I got to the front. I saw one of the dudes in the front. Don't know the dude. Gave him a shirt and was like, yo, we threw Iron Lords' head. We ain't had nothing. Puertorock, we had 12 people in our chat.
That's the New York hustle. That's the New York
12
hustle.
people. We had 12 people, but we walk right in. You understand?
Like if you already had the plaque from YouTube, like you already got a YouTube plaque. That's the New
Yo,
York hustle.
if you act like you don't belong, you're gonna get
Success.
treated.
You
That's right.
imposed
You're
success.
gonna get treated like you don't belong here. All right. So it's a lot of times where that instance made itself. But we have to be at every show. I told them we have to go to every show. We have to record everything. We have to talk to. We have to be the eyes and ears of the whole community. If somebody wants to know something about Ninja Theory or whatever, we got to get that game. We got to go in there. We got to be bullish. We got to go do it. And that's why we go to all these shows. That's why we do that, because it's for the people, by the people. We're built up from the people, by the people. And we're absolutely nothing without community. So that's why I've never been rude to somebody. It was one guy, and it's in Separate Ghosts. We were playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and we're having the greatest time of our life. And I gave him my business card. I don't know who he is, from a can of paint. Comes to find out later on, he goes, yo, I met King David. He's on the show. I met him. You don't remember me, but you were the humblest, most gracious guy, and we had such a great time. And I said, I believe in treating people the same way I want to be treated. If my first impression in meeting you, I want it to be a great impression, so that way it goes on a long way, and you pass a smile on, because I know life is hard for people. I want to pass that smile on, because you don't know what people are dealing with, and I just find a lot of stuff on Twitter, toxic. But Iron Lords is based on those principles. We're based on family first. We're based on team, no egos, and trying to get to that bag, trying to get everybody to it. We don't gatekeep anything. Everybody's welcome on the show. You know how it is. I'm pretty sure if your ass would have said at any time you want to get on, I don't handle booking, but you would be there, and because you're all welcome, and that's a fact.
Okay. All right. So I think we can end off the show, because I know you got work tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
But hey, man, it was great having you here. Thank you so much for rocking out and stuff like that, man. Thank you for taking the time.
Always, anytime you call, you know what it is. Because regardless of what, at the end of the day, we're gamers, period. And if dudes can't get that in their head and they want to imagine it, how the line holding up, King? The line is broken. I said, yo, dumbass, the line already got over with when we got ABK. It got no, but see, you know how I know when dudes don't know what hold.
He broke out the nuke option. He wasn't supposed to do that yet.
The thing is, I know when dudes don't understand what that meant. Was because it wasn't for them. I was just talking to Xbox content creators. I said, you out here looking weak. You got J-Dubs dragging you up and down the block. Like you having these dudes ragtag you. I said, and it ain't nothing I could. Don't come to me. Don't cry. Don't be in my DM.
It became a meme.
Those dudes are blocked
and everything. that took a bigger life than itself. It was funny. Good time.
Yeah, well, you had Xbox dudes, Microsoft dudes in the building. I had conversations with a lot of people. I do have conversations with people in the background. We do talk about things. They have done a whole lot of stuff. If you see the chair's Xbox chair. Where's that logo at?
Where's that gold chain at? Where the Xbox chain at?
You talking about this one?
Go.
Yeah.
There you go.
The Game Pass? Yeah, you know what it is. I was gonna wear the Xbox jacket.
What's that?
It's right over there. But the thing is, we do have relationships with Xbox. We don't have any relationships with PlayStation because very minor. Very minor. We do get games to review. We have a larger relationship with Nintendo opposed to PlayStation. Yeah, but it's very small. Very small. Yeah, but it's stuff that's growing. So this is the reason why I do frontline gaming streams. Frontline gaming streams is where I stream. I stream Nintendo, I stream Xbox, I stream PlayStation. On Twitch, I play PlayStation games, mainly over there to show people, and it's PlayStation 5 Pro, because I didn't like the rap the PlayStation 5 Pro was getting. I mean, like, okay, if you just say you broke, just say that part. Just say you broke because it don't cost you a damn thing to trade in your PlayStation 5 and add the $200 and go get yourself a Pro.
Been, yo, I remember what was it? One of your podcasts a long time ago before it came out. You're like, you're gonna get what is it? What was the code name for Xbox Series S?
Oh, a Lockhart.
Lockhart. You gonna get? Can I get a Lockhart, please? I'm like,
can I get a Lockhart, please?
You're not that dude.
Yeah.
Can I get a Lockhart, please? You like?
I told him broke dude is gonna buy the cheap one.
He's like, I see the pocket in the light and it don't look right. I was like, this guy's preaching on some shit.
And that's exactly what it is. Dude is gonna game at the cheapest.
That's right. Phil made it for you. This dude, this dude is wild, yo. Some of this shit is hilarious. Just watching you rock. Where you get in your preacher mode, like, we see the light and that pocket don't look right. So he made that for you. Go get yourself a Lockhart, get yourself a TCL. You're gonna have fun. Yo. I'm like, my God, this dude is wilding out, bro. Oh, man. But anyway, man, my brother.
It's just about having fun. Have a blessed day, bro.
This was for good stuff, man. But hey, appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for rocking
Blessings,
out
bro.
to the chat, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We'll see. I'm gonna try to hit up Grigiddy. You think he's gonna show up? He's probably gonna curse me out. Yeah, Dirt.
Nah, Dirt to show up.
Yeah, he'll be like, if you don't shut your ass up.
If you want me to third party it, just send him this show.
Yeah,
send him this show. I'll third party.
I'll be like, listen, I just did one with King. He's gonna rock out. But
that's my Ray Trace brother. They say that we and him look like two milk duds together. Yeah.
Yo, this community's ruthless, bro. They will. So judgmental. Yo, anyway.
They said they said that me and him look like after and after. Yo, I'm just saying. Yo, let me holler at you, bro. I'm gonna catch you in a minute. Have a good night.
All right, good night, bro, brother. Peace. All right, to everybody else, thank you so much for rocking out. This is your only friend, these YouTube streets, Puertorock77. I hope you enjoyed the show. And then, of course, next week, 60 Frames No Lag, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then you know how he does. Iron Lords Podcast, Sundays, 1 p.m. Eastern. Check them out. You guys take care.
Xbox Frontline News every day, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And 12 o'clock news, Frontline gaming streams where I play. And if you want to catch me over on Twitch, you want to catch me out of pocket playing PlayStation, that's King David ILP on Twitch. Go get it.
That's it, Rich. There you go. He busy man. He put it in the work. Peace.
Facts. Peace.
There you go.